इनोवेशन भी है ना, इनोवेशन भी कर सकता ना। इट इज रीडिंग रूम आएगा, अनाउंस करते हैं नेक्स्ट वीक। बोलता हूँ। हेलो हेलो, चलो गेट सीटेड पब्लिक। हाँ चलो, अतुल सबको बुक मिलता है कि नहीं देख ला। वो लाइट चल नहीं हो रहा है, किसने किया, क्या किया उसने? रेगुलेटर शॉर्ट हो गया। एसी नहीं शॉर्ट हो ना, एसी का अलग है ना। चलो पब्लिक गेट सीटेड क्विकली, इट्स ऑलरेडी 5 o'clock। हो गया, करो चालू। Good evening, friends. Let's proceed ahead. With what we are kick-started yesterday. सुन लेना. We started off with Schedule 3 yesterday. I gave you some background on Schedule 3 and we discussed few headings of Schedule 3 yesterday. A few pointers I need to explain on what we are discussed yesterday. Because of the time, we could not complete it yesterday. Let me proceed. आपके पास फिजिकल बुकलेट मिला होगा ऑनलाइन पब्लिक। तुमको मैंने कल लिंक शेयर टेलीग्राम ग्रुप पे पीडीएफ शेयर किया था। यू शुड हैव जॉइंड टेलीग्राम ग्रुप। एकत्वम इंटर M24 करके ग्रुप था, वो आपको शेयर किया था। So here we go. क्या बोल रहे? प्रोजेक्टर बंद है? क्या है? अभी हो गया नीट? अतुल देख ले, अरे हो जाएगा वो, उसने just wait, he'll do it. So let's move on public. Here we go. हमने कल एनुअल रिटर्न वगैरह बेसिक चीजें देखी थी और अभी हम खतरनाक चीजों पे आ गए हैं बच्चों। शुरुआत जस्ट हुआ है। कल डाउट्स नहीं लिए थे तो अब मुझे 2-3 पॉइंटर्स एक्सप्लेन करने देना और फिर कल के पॉइंट्स पे हम डाउट्स पूछते हैं। देख लेना कल हमने क्या लर्न किया था, सिर्फ शेयर कैपिटल एंड रिजर्व्स एंड सरप्लस, उतना ही किया था ना कल हमने। देखो मैंने बोला था कि फंड्स आप अलग अलग तरीके से रेज करते हो एंड आई सेड व्हाट एवर फंड्स वी रेज फ्रॉम इक्विटी इज डिवाइडेड इनटू 2 parts, funds raised and what? Profits plowed back. Funds raised and what? Profits plowed back. ऐसे 2 पार्ट्स होते हैं। फंड्स रेज्ड इज फेस वैल्यू। फंड्स रेज मतलब क्या होता है? यू इशू शेयर्स एंड यू रेज अ फंड। सो फॉर अ शेयर देयर इज अ फेस वैल्यू एंड देयर इज अ प्रीमियम। प्रीमियम इज नथिंग बट issue price of a share minus face value. So there is a price at which you sell a share. So you give one share in a company at 225 rupees. 10 rupees is a face value, 215 rupees is what? Premium. We call it as a securities premium. So, funds raised, equity का part हो जाते हैं. Profit plowed back is also a part of equity. Profit plowed back is also a part of. So, in a balance sheet, there are separate headings that we have. Which are the headings that we have in a balance sheet? Balance sheet, there is a share capital and reserves, and share capital is shown at face value, right? So this face value part goes to share capital. You should have made the chart. Notebook में आपने ये charts कल बनाए होंगे. कुछ चीजें आप वहां पर notes पे ही लिख सकते हो. It's better to keep on writing in notebook as much as you want. It's up to you how much you want to grab. I'll keep on giving whatever I can. जो भी थोड़ा बहुत नॉलेज है हमारे पास. कुछ ज्यादा नॉलेज नहीं है हमारे पास तो, लेकिन सो लिसन अप टू दिस. कान खोल के सुनना. प्रॉफिट्स प्लाउड बैक इज व्हाट? रिजर्व्स एंड सरप्लस. फिर मैंने रिजर्व सरप्लस को भी एक्सप्लेन किया था. रिजर्व सरप्लस दो टाइप के होते हैं. कैपिटल रिजर्व्स विच आर एज गुड एज कैपिटल ओनली, but still we show it under reserves and surplus. Why? Securities premium, revaluation reserve, capital reserves. These are reserves. Actually, reserve means profit plowed back is not completely true, because capital reserves are not. This is not profit plowed back, but we still show under reserves, and because somebody started doing it at some point of time in life. Nobody knows why. World is falling. Logically, these things should have been shown as a capital. But in a company's balance sheet, you have to follow law. Law says share capital should be shown at face value. Reserve surplus is comprising of how many elements? Two elements. Which are the two elements? Capital reserves and what? Revenue. You can pay dividend out of revenue reserves. You cannot pay dividend out of capital reserves. That is why revenue reserves are known as divisible profits. Revenue reserves को हम क्या बोलते हैं? Divisible profits या free reserves. Then I gave you one kick-ass point yesterday. Listen to this again. If company, just a second, let me add up a page. Point क्या बोला था? Company makes a profit after tax. सुन लेना ठीक से क्या बोल रहा हूं. और इसके ऊपर एक बहुत बढ़िया डाउट आया था कल. बताता हूं आपको, 2 मिनट रुको. पैट, व्हाट इज पैट? क्या होशियार बच्चे रे तुम. प्रॉफिट आफ्टर टैक्स इज 500 crores. You earned 500 crore का प्रॉफिट आफ्टर टैक्स. It is up to you to decide to pay dividend or not to pay dividend. But let us say company's directors have decided to pay dividend. आप बोलेंगे how do we decide to pay dividend or not to pay dividend? That you will discuss in financial management group 2 में subject एक. मतलब मेरे हिसाब से तो इंटर का अभी तक का सबसे अच्छा सब्जेक्ट. इससे अच्छा सब्जेक्ट था वो चला गया अभी. इकोनॉमिक्स फॉर फाइनेंस. इट वाज अ क्रेजी सब्जेक्ट, नॉट देयर इन इंटर नाउ. तो अब एफएम का नंबर आता है उसके बाद. प्रॉफिट है 500 crore लेस. You decide to pay dividend to your shareholders of 200 crores. So 300 crores is what? Profit plowed back. Now this 300 is a balance in P&L account. Yesterday I said balance in which account? P&L account. I met one candidate after the lecture. He said, sir, we learned in 11th standard, P&L account is a nominal account. And we also learned nominal accounts do not have balance. So how come P&L account has a balance? Very, very good question. What your teacher did not teach you is there are two parts of P&L. One is a P&L account and one is P&L appropriation account. This 500 up to 500, it is P&L. This instead of PAT, you people used to call it as net profit is equal to what? 500 crore. Net profit is shown by P&L account. What did I say? Net profit is shown by profit and loss account. Do you agree? Who shows net profit? P&L. This is P&L. And thereafter you show distribution of net profit. That distribution is called as profit and loss appropriation account. And balance of P&L appropriation account is shown in the balance sheet, not P&L account. So what goes to balance sheet? Not 500 crore. What goes to balance sheet is 300 crore, which is, when I say P&L in a balance sheet, it is always P&L appropriation. The word appropriation is not written. It is silent. Not by me, by the world. दुनिया में आपको कहीं पे भी P&L appropriation नहीं मिलेगा. The moment you see P&L in a balance sheet, it is always profit remaining after appropriation. Appropriation मतलब dividend दे दिया तुमने. Okay. Now, how much profit is left? 300. Out of how much? 500 में से how much is left? I have choice now. Choice. That out of 300, let me transfer, let me keep something aside for general purposes. General, no specific purpose. We call it as a general reserve. I keep 100 crore aside for general reserve. Remains how much? 200 crore remains. This 200 crore which remains is carried forward to balance sheet. This is P&L appropriation carried forward. You carried forward 200 crore. Now, understand करो. I hope you understood. क्या समझा तुमको basic? We teach from basics. Huh? Advertisement. P&L account. Whatever you see in a balance sheet is always P&L appropriation account. Clear है क्या? दूसरा basic point. कल से क्या है तो वापस repeat कर रहा हूँ. We repeat. So, listen, no. Listen up. Genuine. Profit कितना था तुम्हारा? Which is left after payment of dividend? 300. So this is plowed back. Plowed back मतलब reinvested. Huh? You have reinvested 300 crore in a business. But out of 300, you have transferred 100 to general reserve and 200 you are kept as it is in P&L appropriation. Tomorrow, if you want to pay dividend, there is no restriction on paying dividend out of 200. This 200, which 200? अब क्योंकि दो 200 है, ये तो आपने पे किया है. Which one you are paid? This 200 is already paid. Which one is plowed back? This 200 and this 100. No restriction on what? Paying dividend later. Huh? Obviously, this year dividend is already paid. This year, how much you paid by way of a dividend? 200. 200 you paid. Why? I thought, मेरे मर्जी ना. तुम्हारे पापा का सैलरी है, पूरा का पूरा सैलरी तुमको देते क्या? क्यों रे? उनकी मर्जी. वैसा ही है. कंपनी ने प्रॉफिट कमाया 500 करोड़ का, उसमें से 200 करोड़ कंपनी ने दे दिया. क्योंकि कंपनी को लगता है कि वी डोंट नीड दैट 200 crore. दैट्स व्हाई कंपनी डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड 200 crore by way of a dividend. They plowed back 300. But what they did, out of 300, they transferred 100 to reserves. The amount which you transfer to reserve can also be used for dividend, but there are certain restrictions. Yesterday I have dictated this in Urdu. Check your headline. This is dirty handwriting. हाँ, ये मैडम का अच्छा है. कल मैंने हेडलाइन लिखा था, देखो. और क्या मस्त मस्त कलर लिखती रही तू. Once we transfer balance of P&L to general reserve, we can distribute dividend out of general reserve only after complying with certain rules. So rules are applicable. Can be distributed by complying what? Rules. Are you clear about this? Let me explain a few more pointers and then I will take up questions from your side. सुन लेना ठीक से. Is this clear? Wonderful. So profit and loss account balance sheet में आता है वो P&L appropriation रहता है. Next point, I said reserves. Oh, why do you transfer profit to reserves? Because investors should not demand a dividend. If you keep the balance of 300 crore as it is in the P&L, what investors say? Investors say, dividendo hamari mange. Who says this? Investors. If you do not want to pay dividend, you have a choice. Choice number one, transfer profit to reserves. Reserves, out of reserves also you can pay dividend, but it is little tougher. In spite of transferring profit to reserves, your investors are not quiet. They are like kothari. They are going to trouble you. Example. कुछ बच्चे होते हैं ना ऐसे, कुछ भी करो वो छोड़ेंगे नहीं तुम्हारा पीछा, तुमको ट्रबल करते रहेंगे. तो वैसे तुम्हारे इन्वेस्टर्स है, अज्यूम करो. You had a profit, you transfer to reserves. Still investors say, dividendo, dividendo, hamari mange puri karo. Investors are asking for dividend in spite of transferring profit to reserves. So what do you do? There are two choices. You can transfer revenue reserves to either capital reserves. Capital reserve is as good as capital. So instead of transferring revenue reserves to capital reserve, we directly convert revenue reserves into share capital. Bouncer, bouncer. What? नहीं समझा, चुप बैठ बोलो ना. We convert revenue reserves into share capital. देखो, observe what I'm doing. Look at the balance sheet. दिख रहा है balance sheet तुमको? ऐसा. I say share capital. I say what? Share capital. I say company has 1,000 shares of rupees 10 each. How much? 10,000. 10,000 is what? Share capital. At which value? Face value. 10 rupees is the face value. 10,000. Do you understand? I say reserves and surplus. Inside reserves and surplus, I say securities premium. For example, 3,000 rupees. No, 3,000. I want to say more. Can security premium be more than the capital? Yes. Rather, in many cases, security premium is way more than what? 23,000. I say P&L account. P&L account यहां पे लिखा मतलब क्या है? P&L appropriation account 41,000. Kothari, you are an investor. You will ask dividend out of which amount? $41,000. You can ask a dividend only out of 41,000. Oh, I hope you know that much कि capital account has a credit balance? Thank you. So capital account reserves, everything has, इसका balance कौन सा है? Credit, credit, credit. If there is a debit balance, it is written in negative. Share capital cannot have debit balance. Security premium cannot have debit balance. Profit and loss account can have debit balance, which is nothing but loss. Thank you. डिविडेंडो हमारी मांगे पूरी करो, ऐसा कौन मांग रहा है? शेयर होल्डर. आउट ऑफ हाउ मच? 41,000 shareholder is asking for it. I want to not give dividend. आप बोलेंगे ऐसा क्यों सर? Because company's management has a plans for growth. Company's management has a plan for expansion. Berkshire Hathaway did not distribute a dividend in the Berkshire Hathaway, Apple, Microsoft. Berkshire Hathaway did not distribute dividend in what? Initial years. Why? They were growing. Now they have started giving a dividend. There are different forms. Dividend is nothing but giving money back. To whom? Investors. There are more forms than the dividend of giving money back. We will learn little later in accounts only. So initial years mein company might say, I do not want to pay dividend. I do not want to pay dividend. I want to plow back. But shareholders might say, I want a dividend. I want a dividend. So how do you block shareholders from demanding a dividend? Convert this P&L into share capital. P&L also has a credit balance. Share capital also has a credit balance. How do I convert P&L into share capital? I pass a journal entry. P&L account debit, for example, 20,000 to share capital 20,000. What is this? This is called as bonus shares. Shares given free of cost. Bonus shares is nothing but converting your reserves into share capital so that investors will not demand a dividend. Is that the only reason? No. Bonus shares के और भी reasons होते हैं. This is one of the reason. I did not say this is the only reason. One of the reason है. और भी समझेंगे आपको. So if shareholders are asking a dividend and you do not wish to pay dividend, you convert reserves into what? Share capital. What entry did I pass? Did you understand entry? Share capital to, sorry, P&L account debit to share capital. Shall I ask an intelligent question? What's the ratio of the bonus? What is a ratio of bonus? Somebody quick, quick. Black shirt. 1:2. Perfect. For every one share, you are given 2 bonus shares. कहाँ से समझा sir? अरे, this was 10,000 and you gave now 20,000. So ratio is 1:2. For every one share, you gave 2 bonus shares. Why? Number 1, what thing I achieved? What did I achieve? Number 1, I have reduced dividend paying capability of a company. What will now happen? This 41 will now become 21 and this 10 will now become 30. समझा क्या? After bonus, due to this capability of company to pay dividend earlier was 41,000. Now the capability is 21,000. Number 1. Number 2 is beauty. Number 2 is beauty. Number 2 is beauty. You wanna go mad? Due to bonus shares, price per share comes down. What happens? Price per share comes down. So, मैंने क्या किया? 1:2 समझा क्या तुमको? For every 10,000 you are given 20. For 10,000 you are given 20,000. For 10,000 you are given. मतलब for 1 rupee you are given 2 rupee. That is why ratio is 1:2. But अब मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ? bonus shares are given. Reason number one, reduce dividend paying ability. For example, moment your father gets a salary, he invests in a mutual fund. His ability to give money to you is reduced. Your ability to demand from him is reduced. Your father received a salary, you know there is a money in a bank account. Till that point of time, you can say to your father, father, party do, father, party do. Whatever you want to say. You can till that point of time you can say. Hana. Till that point of time you can say. Your father says SIP. Father does a SIP. Money is gone. Now can you demand a dividend from your party from your father? No. Why? Money gone. Exactly like that. Your plans do not match with the plans of father. Shareholders' plan does not match with the plan of the company's board of directors. Management thinks that money should be plowed back. Management generally owns majority of the shares. Majority of the shares are owned by whom? Directors. In majority of the cases, directors are the ones who are elected. From where do directors come? They are elected by shareholders. Here, it is not one person, one vote. One share, one vote is a rule in the case of company. So the shareholders who own majority of the shares, they appoint majority of the directors. So directors take a decision as per whom? Shareholders who own majority of the shares. Reliance Industries, majority of the decisions are going to be as per whom? Mukesh Ambani or Abhishek Zaware? Mukesh Ambani. Why? Ambani family owns majority of the shares. So even if I own one share or 100 shares or 1000 shares, they are not going to ask me, Abhishek, should I do this? No. So what you need to understand is, bonus shares, one purpose I told you. Let me just explain. So bonus shares is what? क्या बोल रही है? Bonus खा दिया मतलब समझा नहीं. Bonus दिया मतलब bonus is not a, see नाम जो है ना misleading है. Bonus is really not a bonus. Bonus is truly nothing but converting what? Reserves into what? Share capital. So bonus भूल जाओ. This is not truly bonus. Now why they are called as a bonus shares? You don't ask me. True concept is not given shares free of cost. True concept is converting reserves into share capital, or can I use a fancy word? Capitalization of profit. Headline, top of the page. Bonus is nothing but what? Capitalization of profit. Top of the page लिखो. अगर खत्म हो गया जगह तो अगले पेज के मार्जिन में लिखो. Bonus is nothing but capitalization of what? Profit. Bonus is nothing but capitalization of profit. That is converting reserves into profit. That is converting reserves into what? उल्टा बोला. Reserves into capital. That is converting reserves into capital. Converting reserves into capital. We'll come down to split of shares. Just wait. I want to come down. We are converting what? Reserves into share capital. Why? Reason number one I told you. What is reason number one? Dividend. Dividend paying capability is? There are more reasons. One of the reasons is not valid today. I bought my first bungalow because of that reason. Tax saving. But Nirmala madam has done an amendment to the law. Not possible for you people now. 2014. टैक्स सेविंग भी कैसे होता था वो मैं बोल सकता हूं, होता है नहीं बोल सकता हूं. क्यों? लॉ हैज चेंज. जस्ट वेट. तो पहले दिमाग से क्या करो. बोनस शेयर्स मींस शेयर्स गिवन फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट इज फॉर नॉनसेंसिकल पब्लिक. इट्स मिसलीडिंग. Apple, name of a company, is a misleading name. Do they sell apples? If you start thinking Apple, बोनस डजंट मीन फ्री. नॉर्मली लोगों के दिमाग में कहता है बोनस मीन्स फ्री. बोनस इज नॉट फ्री यार. व्हाट इज बोनस? Reserves of the company should be converted into what? Share capital. Why reserves should be converted into capital? Reserves should be converted into capital because company does not want to pay. Are you clear? Thank you. ये एक रीजन बोला. रुको और स्प्लिट ऑफ द शेयर्स बाकी है बहुत सारी. और ये सारा चीज अकाउंटिंग आपके सिलेबस में है. एवरीथिंग इज देयर. लिसन अप केयरफुली. अब मैंने क्या बोला? ड्यू टू बोनस प्राइस ऑफ द शेयर कम्स डाउन. ये क्लियर है क्या पहले तुमको? बोनस का मतलब सबको क्लियर है क्या? बोनस मींस कैपिटलाइजेशन ऑफ प्रॉफिट. अगला पॉइंट लिखो. नोटबुक में तुम लिखते जाने का है. नोटबुक ऐसा भरना चाहिए. अलग अलग कलर के पेन यूज करो. कंपनी का नाम बोला मैंने कल. लिंक नाम का कंपनी है. उसके मतलब पेन्स यूज करना. सो बकवास है. अरे क्या पागल बोलता तू. सो इट्स ओके. यू डू वॉट एवर यू वॉन्ट. ड्यू टू bonus shares. I want to link bonus shares with the split of the shares. I am not done. So, due to bonus shares, price per share comes down. Price per share comes down. And this was useful for saving taxes earlier. Oh, बोलोगे sir, price is coming down. And you are giving bonus. Who wants price to come down? तुमको लगता है anyone wants the price of their company shares to come down? The house that you have bought, do you want price of the house to come down? The car that you have bought or the bike that you have bought, do you want the price to come down? No one wants price to come down. But then you will say, sir, here you are doing bonus and the price is coming down. कुछ समझा क्या? Why? मैंने पूछ दो मिनट. दो मिनट चाहिए. You are thinking right direction. Just wait. What you should stop doing from today. Don't look at price per share. Look at market cap. Look at what? People are idiots. They look at the price of a share. What is important? Market capitalization. Listen to this very carefully. Some people will be already aware about it because I taught it. क्या देखना चाहिए तुमको? Market cap. Market cap is number of shares. Cap is a short form for capitalization. Cap is a short form for what? Number of shares multiplied by price per share. बोनस शेयर से क्या कम होता है? बोनस शेयर से प्राइस पर शेयर कम होता है. बोनस शेयर से मार्केट कैपिटलाइजेशन कम नहीं होता है. What comes down? Price per share. What does not come down? Market capitalization. क्यों? कॉमन सेंस है. सिंपल. Due to bonus shares, is there any inflow of money in the company's pocket? Is there any outflow of money from company's pocket? What is bonus shares? Bonus shares is nothing but a journal entry. Bonus shares is nothing but a journal entry. You pass a journal entry, you reduce reserves. Journal entry you saw just now. P&L account debit to share capital or general reserve to share capital. Security premium to share capital. Any reserve to share capital. By passing that entry, what you do? What you do? By passing that entry, you increase number of. Hence, price per share will come. कैसे? कंपनी की मार्केट कैप जो रहती है, ड्यू टू बोनस, मार्केट कैप डज नॉट चेंज. मार्केट कैप इज व्हाट? कंपनीज मार्केट वैल्यू. एक सिंपल लॉजिक लगाओ ना. एनीवन हैज 500 रुपीज नोट? 100 rupees, no, I want 500. I want 5 notes of 100. Let's say I am a company, मेरी वैल्यू कितनी है? 500 crores. This 500 crore right now is represented by what? One share of 500. One share of how much? 500. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shares of what? 100 each. Does it? This was a split. This is an example of split. Number of shares नहीं बढ़ाया मैंने. This is an example of what? Split. I am giving you example of what? Bonus. Bonus में होता क्या है? It is the total market value remains. So let us say पैसा जिसका जिसका वो डिस्ट्रीब्यूट बराबर करो. Listen to this. Listen. What was the market cap before bonus? Just observe. ये थोड़ा और अच्छा सिखाओगे एक पॉइंट. सुनेगा तुम? देखो ठीक से सुनो, आराम से समझो. 2 मिनट सिर्फ तुम शांति से सुनो, गहरी सांस लो और सुनो. अच्छा एग्जांपल कर रहे हैं हम. तुम साइमल्टेनियसली लिखेगा. लिखो शेयर कैपिटल 500 शेयर्स. अमाउंट थोड़ा छोटा रखता हूं. ऑफ ₹10 each. 500 shares of 10 each. I want you people to understand bonus completely. बहुत बार आने वाला है ये बोनस. What is your share capital? Share capital is 5,000. Reserves and surplus. Now inside reserve surplus there could be capital reserve, there could be general reserve, there can be P&L, there can be revaluation reserve. I don't care. Oh, you cannot convert revaluation reserve into share capital. Huh? Bonus shares can be given out of free reserves and securities premium. Or you can give bonus shares out of, you learn this in law, this is not a part of accounts. Bonus shares can be given out of free reserves. Free reserves are profits that are capable of being given as a dividend. Out of free reserves, can you give bonus shares? Yes. Out of free reserves. Number 1. Can you use security premium? Yes. Security premium is capital here. You convert capital into capital. क्या फर्क पड़ता है? देखो रिजर्व सरप्लस थे कंपनी के 25,000. ये कहां पर है बच्चों? डेटा बैलेंस शीट में है ना ये ऐसा. सो व्हाट इज दिस टोटल कॉल्ड एज? दिस टोटल इज कॉल्ड एज नेट वर्थ. इंग्लिश में हम इसको क्या बोलते हैं? नेट वर्थ ऑफ अ कंपनी. नेट वर्थ का दूसरा नाम है शेयर होल्डर्स फंड. क्या बोला मैंने? शेयर होल्डर्स फंड. सो कंपनी हैज रेज्ड 25,000 by way of a profit plowed back plus security premium. कुछ भी रहेगा उसका ब्रेकअप. आई एम नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन अ ब्रेकअप. 25,000 is a reserves and 5,000 is capital. Company ने how much funds company has raised total? 30,000. So shareholders fund or net worth. और एक वर्ड है book value of equity. क्या वर्ड है? book value of equity. Book value of equity. Do you understand book value of equity? Are you clear? So what is the book value of the company? 30,000 rupees. Are you clear? ठीक से सुनो please. 30,000 is a book value. I say PB, P/B ऐसा लिखते हैं. PB is price to, P is a short form of price and B is a short form of book value. PB ratio, price to book value ratio. Company's share price as a proportion of or as a multiple of book value is 3.8 times. PB is how much? 3.8 times. कुछ समझा करे? कंपनी मेक्स bonus in ratio of 5:3. Company makes a bonus in the ratio of 5:3. 5:3 का मतलब है for every 5 shares you are going to give 3 bonus shares. अभी कुछ लोग उल्टा भी इंटरप्रिटेशन करते हैं, मतलब उल्टा भी होता है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. 5 bonus for every 3 held. There is no law to say how should the bonus ratio be written. It can be interpreted as 5 bonus for every 3 held. It can also be interpreted as 3 bonus for every 5 held. मैं दुआ करता हूं कि एग्जाम में क्लियरली लिख के आए. कुछ नहीं लिखा, ऐसे ही लिखा 5:3. क्या करोगे तुम एग्जाम में? बिकॉज देयर इज नो स्टैंडर्ड एनीवेयर. सम वेबसाइट्स यू कुड फाइंड, मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द वेबसाइट्स और मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द ICS exam question, whenever they write like this in the past, they have interpreted it as 5 bonus for every 3 held. आप बोलेंगे ऐसा क्यों सर? लॉजिक नहीं है, इट इज अ मैटर ऑफ कन्वेंशन. इट इज नॉट अ लॉजिक. इट इज नॉट अ लॉजिक. यू विल हैव टू इंटरप्रिट आइदर ऑफ द टू. होपफुली इंस्टेड ऑफ राइटिंग लाइक दिस, आई राइट इट लाइक दिस. बोनस इन द रेशियो ऑफ 5. ओके, मैं लिखता हूं 3 shares for every 5 held. एग्जाम में ऐसा है तो डिबेट नहीं हो सकता. डिबेट कब होगा? 5:3 आया या 3:5 आया, तो उसका इंटरप्रिटेशन कैसे करना है? दो इंटरप्रिटेशन हमेशा पॉसिबल है. आपको कुछ तो एक इंटरप्रिटेशन लेके क्या करना पड़ेगा? यू हैव टू राइट assumption in the exam. Nothing, I can do nothing here. This is a problem of the CA course. CA course का एक लाइन मैंने आपको बोला था, ब्यूटी इन एम्बिग्यूटी. कुछ नहीं कर सकते, मतलब डोंट गेट फ्रस्ट्रेटेड. इट्स ओके यार, इट्स अ पार्ट एंड पार्सल ऑफ लाइफ. 3 shares फॉर एवरी, अभी तो मैंने क्लियरली लिख के दिया. 3 shares फॉर एवरी व्हाट? कैलकुलेट प्राइस पर शेयर बिफोर एंड आफ्टर बोनस. बिफोर एंड व्हाट? आफ्टर बोनस. Price of a share we have to calculate before and after bonus. So, just listen up. अब क्या करना है? तुम्हारा बुक वैल्यू निकाल सकते हैं क्या हम? टोटल बुक वैल्यू तो दिया है. बुक वैल्यू पर शेयर निकाल सकते हैं? हाउ मच इज अ बुक वैल्यू पर शेयर? बच्चों, बुक वैल्यू पर शेयर बाय गिविंग बोनस डज नॉट चेंज. बोनस डज नॉट चेंज. पर शेयर चेंज होता है, टोटल बेसिस पे चेंज नहीं होता. बुक वैल्यू पर शेयर कितना था? कैसे निकालूंगा मैं? 30,000 टोटल बुक वैल्यू डिवाइडेड बाय 500, दैट इज पर शेयर. बोलो 16. अरे सो 60 पर शेयर. इज इट आफ्टर और बिफोर बोनस? बिफोर बोनस. Before bonus. तो how can I get a price of a share? Price per share बोलो कैसे निकालूंगा मैं? ये 60 पर शेयर बुक वैल्यू है. पीबी रेशियो क्वेश्चन में दिया है. हाउ मच इज द प्राइस टू बुक वैल्यू रेशियो? 3.8 times. So 60 multiplied by 3.8 is equal to 228. What is 228? Price of a share. समझा क्या बच्चों सबको? अरे हाँ है ना. प्राइस ऑफ अ शेयर इज 220. कब का ये? बिफोर बोनस. दिस इज 1 शेयर. कैन वी गेट अ मार्केट कैप? मार्केट कैप. मार्केट कैप का मतलब क्या है? मार्केट वैल्यू. हाउ डू आई गेट अ मार्केट कैप? 228 multiplied by how many shares? 500 shares. Or you can multiply 30,000 also. Tell me the answer. 1 lakh 1,4 क्या? 1,14,000. 114. What is 114? Market cap of the company. कब का ये? After या before? Before bonus. How much? 1,14,000 was a market cap. अब मुझे बोलो बोनस की वजह से कंपनी के अंदर 1 रुपया आने वाला है क्या? 1 रुपया जाने वाला है क्या? तो मुझे बोलो मार्केट वैल्यू बदलनी चाहिए क्या? ना तुम्हारे जेब से 1 रुपया गया, ना तुम्हारे जेब में 1 रुपया, तो मार्केट वैल्यू क्यों बदलनी चाहिए? हाँ, अगर कंपनी के जेब से पैसा जा रहा है तो आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड. हाँ, मार्केट वैल्यू चेंजेस बिकॉज ऑफ लॉट ऑफ अदर फैक्टर्स. वो अदर फैक्टर्स तुमको एफएम में समझेंगे, पूरे डिटेल में समझाऊंगा. राइट नाउ जस्ट फोकस ऑन व्हाट? बोनस. ड्यू टू बोनस. ड्यू टू does market value go up total basis? Does market value go down total basis? No. Market value को हम क्या बोलते हैं total basis में? Market cap. You should look at a market cap of a company. Can I explain? Shall I explain? अब देखो बोनस के बाद क्या हो जाएगा? नंबर ऑफ शेयर्स आफ्टर बोनस. नंबर ऑफ शेयर्स आफ्टर बोनस कैसे निकालूंगा रे मैं? ऑलरेडी हाउ मेनी शेयर्स यू हैड? 500 शेयर्स तो पहले से देके रखे. प्लस व्हाट? तुमको शेयर्स मिलेंगे ना. अभी रेशियो मैंने क्लियरली लिखा है क्वेश्चन में. हाउ मच? 3 शेयर्स फॉर एवरी 5 हेल्ड. 3 शेयर्स फॉर एवरी 5 हेल्ड. 500 upon 5 into 3. For 5 I am going to give 3. Total will be 800 shares. How did you give 800 shares? By converting reserves into capital. कितने बोनस शेयर्स दिए? बोनस शेयर्स is not 800. Bonus is 300 only. What journal entry you would have passed? 300 shares of rupees how much? अरे 300 shares of 10 each. That is 3,000 rupees you converted from what? मैं just understanding के लिए लिख रहा हूं. Journal entry for whom? Bonus. I'm just writing a journal entry for bonus. What is the journal entry? Reserve. Account debit. Respective reserve होता है. Which reserves? I will dictate. Have patience. Ayush Shah. Reserve account debit to share capital. Which reserves you can use? I will explain. Patience रखो 2 मिनट. कितना करूंगा मैं ट्रांसफर? 300 multiplied by 10. 300 multiplied by बोलो आंसर. 3,000. 300 into 10 is 3,000. 3,000 से क्या होगा? Your share capital will go up by 3,000. Do you agree? When your share capital goes up by what? 3,000. What will happen? Share capital बढ़ेगा, reserves कम होगा. Will total book value change? Book value will remain same on total basis. Per share change होगा ना? क्यों per share change होगा? क्योंकि number of shares क्या हो गए? So what is the book value per share? BV per share. Book value per share. Book value per share. How do I get book value per share? Book value per share is equal to, बोलो, total 30,000 ही था ना? Divided by now. This would have come down. Earlier it was 60 rupees, I think. Earlier how much is it? 60 था ना? That would have come down to per share. 37.5 per share ना? But price per share will change now. क्यों price per share will change? Book value has come down. But remember, total market cap is same. Into 3.8 times. What is 3.8 times? PB ratio. कौन सा ratio? PB. What is PB? Price to book value. समझा? Very good. बोल आंसर चल. 142.5। ओ बोलेगा मम्मी प्राइस कम हो गया। अरे रुक रे बाबा, टोटल मार्केट वैल्यू उतच है। व्हाट इज द टोटल मार्केट कैप? तो एम कैप 142.5 multiplied by how many shares? 800 shares। बोलो क्या है? 114 ना रे। सो टोटल मार्केट कैप रिमेन्ड। तो बोनस शेयर से हुआ क्या? अरे बोनस शेयर से हुआ क्या? प्राइस पर शेयर कम्स डाउन। अब बोले इसका फायदा, दो फायदा होता है इसका। अभी एक ही है, पुराने जमाने में दो होता था, अभी आज एक ही होता है। इसका फायदा क्या होता है? डिविडेंड तो एक है और एक है। रुक रुक, चुप चुप, लिसन टू दिस। प्राइस पर शेयर पहले कितना था? पहले बोल, प्राइस पर शेयर कितना था? प्राइस पर शेयर वाज 228। फ्रॉम 228 प्राइस पर शेयर हैज कम डाउन टू 142.5, है ना? ड्यू टू दिस लॉस। नहीं, चुप बैठ चुप बैठ चुप बैठ, कौन बोला लॉस? ड्यू टू दिस certain small investors will get attracted to the company and overall demand for the shares in the market might go up. Sounds absurd, but this is what is working in life now. इसका लॉजिकली इससे कुछ ज्यादा, बहुत ज्यादा फर्क नहीं पड़ना चाहिए, बट होता है रियलिटी में इफेक्ट। रियलिटी में क्या हो गया? पहले शेयर क्या था? 228 का था, तो 228 का जो शेयर है वो अभी 114 पे हो गया। तो क्या होता है ना, हमारा जो छोटा मोटा पब्लिक तुम्हारे जैसा रहता है ना, उसके दिमाग में साइकोलॉजिकल इफेक्ट होता है। और साइकोलॉजिकल इफेक्ट होके क्या होगा? साइकोलॉजिकल इफेक्ट होके क्या होता है? वो शेयर बाय करना शुरू करता है कि अरे ये शेयर सस्ता हो गया, ये 2-4 दिन पहले 242 को मिल रहा था। सॉरी, अर्लियर इट वाज फॉर 228, it was for 228, now it is for 142। demand goes up, due to which price can go up. Logically this should not happen, but unfortunately to an extent it happens. Let me give an example. This is crazy example, those who are in Ekatvam for foundation might know, not all, उसमें से भी 10-20%, मतलब वो भी कोई दूध के धुले हुए बच्चे नहीं थे। In the previous batch, I took one lecture and showed the calculation for Infosys. If Infosys Limited had not issued bonus shares since the beginning, one share of Infosys today should have approximately traded for 2.5 to 3 lakh rupees. One share of Infosys should have traded for 2.5 to 3 lakh. Public like you, who is investing out of pocket money, would not have been able to buy Infosys shares, because in India you cannot buy fractional shares. In United States fractional shares are allowed, in India not allowed. Reason Bhagwan jane. It can be allowed because nowadays shares are in a electronic form. So for a listed company, government can allow fraction, but India has not gone for fraction. Reasons are best known to government of India. I do not know. In India fraction is there or not there? तो इन्फोसिस ने अगर बोनस दिया ही नहीं होता, वन शेयर ऑफ इन्फोसिस वुड बी 2.5 लाख रुपीज। मिस्टर जोशी, whether you would be in a position to buy? Your dad, तेरे को बाप का तेरे को तू पूछे, तू बाय कर सकता है क्या? नहीं कर सकता। हाँ, you cannot buy the share. That means there is so many investors who could not have bought Infosys shares. So what Infosys did? Infosys has given bonus so many times. Like bonus, there is one more thing, split. Patience. I will explain split. अभी तक मैंने split explain किया क्या? Infosys ने bonus दिया, क्या हुआ bonus देने से? What happened because of bonus? Share price of Infosys has kept on coming down, but not the market cap. Are you clear? What happens because of bonus? Price comes down, demand can go up. Logically ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए, but होता है. Bajaj Finserv Bajaj Finance are the recent examples where then they did the split, which split also has the same effect like what? Bonus. Split, I will explain split, has the same effect like, there is a difference between split and bonus, but patience, patience. पूछने का नहीं अभी तक, जब तक मेरा खत्म नहीं होता एक्सप्लेनेशन. I will take all those once I finish. ये सारा टाइम पास करने के अलावा मैं सब कुछ डायरेक्टली करता था. प्राइस कितना हुआ? 142 हुआ ना? देखो मैं कैसे कर रहा हूं. ऑब्जर्व, आई एम डूइंग मैजिक. व्हाट एम आई डूइंग? इट्स अ बेसिक थिंग, नॉट ग्रेट. व्हाट वाज द प्राइस ऑफ द शेयर अर्लियर? 220. For how many shares this price was earlier? 5 shares. On 5 shares you are given 3 bonus shares. So same 228 should be spread now over 8 shares. Answer is wrong. 2 minute रुक. वापस. What is the price per share? ऑब्जर्व करो ठीक से. 228 per share into 5 shares. Earlier, price of 5 shares, whatever was the value of 5 shares earlier, now it is going to be spread over 5 shares plus 3 shares. That is 8 shares. This should be exactly 142.5. Are you able to get 142.5? Thank you. What is 142.5? Price per share after bonus. Price per share after, how much is it? 142.5. What is 142.5 बच्चों? Price of a share after bonus. वही तो ऊपर भी लाया ना हमने 142.5. समझा? So what is bonus shares? Bonus shares is nothing but conversion of, अरे बोलो, bonus shares is a conversion of reserves into share capital. Conversion of reserves into or capitalization of reserves. It has the effect of bringing the price down. Earlier, it was possible to save income tax due to bonus shares, because you buy shares at a higher price, and once the price falls, you sell the shares, few shares, not all. So you have really not suffered a loss. Why? Your quantity has gone up. That was what idiot was saying, loss. What he was saying, loss हो गया. कैसे loss हो गया? Earlier price was 228 and now price is 142. That idiot was comparing what? 228 with 142. He was not comparing. Number of shares have gone up, na? But this is what income tax was also doing like him, because he was in income tax department earlier. What income tax law used to say, you have purchased a share at 228, now you sell the share at 142, you are loss of so and so. Which was really not loss, because there were some other shares. And for other shares, income tax department was saying cost was 0. So, how many shares I purchased earlier? 5. Each share I purchased at 228. हाँ ना? तो cost per share is 228. Then I got 3 shares. Income tax department used to say cost is 0. How? Idiot was there. Is now here. अब देखो मेरे डीमैट अकाउंट में एंट्री क्या क्या होगा. ऑब्जर्व इन माय डीमैट अकाउंट ऑन योर स्क्रीन. डीमैट अकाउंट 5 shares at the rate of 228, 3 shares at the rate of 0. टोटल शेयर्स 8 हो गए. टोटल शेयर्स आर 8. shares sold 5 shares at the rate of 142. Now income tax department calculates profit on first in first out. Shares purchased first are assumed to be sold first. Shares purchased first 5 at the rate of 228. Which shares are sold? 5 at the rate of 142. Whatever it is. Loss is equal to something something. Loss आ गया What is the loss per share? 86 rupees is the loss per share into 5 shares total loss. This loss I used to set off against other profits that I might have on some other shares, and I used to reduce my tax. Bouncer. Bouncer. And baki ke 3 shares, whatever 3 shares are left, whenever I sell those 3 shares later on, sell value minus cost was 0, the balance was profit, and on that profit you are supposed to pay the tax. But I did not pay that tax. Because at that time law was different. Let me tell you what I did. This is history, this is not capable of being done today. This is not possible today because Nirmala Madam and Arun Jaitley ji has changed the laws. That time it was 𝗙𝐴𝐴 𝗙𝐴𝐴. So, listen to this. Prior to 2014, Modi got elected as a Prime Minister. Equity market had crashed substantially because of some crisis that had happened in the Europe. And there's a good likelihood that Mr. Modi is going to be Prime Minister. I voted for Mr. Modi initially. Thereafter, I not voted. I did not vote for anyone. I did not go for voting itself. So, 2014, prior to the elections, I had bought a good number of equity shares. By the time Mr. Modi became a Prime Minister, I had a huge profit. Decent profit to buy a bungalow. I decided to move from a 2 BHK to bungalow. So I sold off my shares to buy a house. I had a huge capital gain. Profit, it is called as a capital gain. You would have learned by now at least the word capital gain in income tax. So I had a capital gain on which I was supposed to pay income tax. But at that same point of time, Infosys came up with the bonus shares. What I did? I bought the bonus shares also, but I was needing money for buying a house. I took a loan. And I said, I'm using a loan for buying a house. But the money which I had got by selling the earlier shares, on which I made a profit, from that money I bought Infosys shares. Infosys gave bonus issue. Infosys gave. So let's say I have other shares on which I made a profit, right? Using that money I bought Infosys to buy a house. I took a loan. I bought Infosys. Infosys gave bonus. After bonus, I sold some of the Infosys. After some, there is a minimum time for which you have to hold the shares. I sold Infosys. When I sold Infosys, there was a loss to me. How loss? Because income tax law calculates profits in a different manner. How does income tax law used to calculate at that time? First in, first out. But cost of bonus shares was 242, like this in example. Sorry, not 242, 228. And thereafter the selling price was 140. So difference was a loss. After bonus shares, price always comes. So I had purchased shares at a higher price and I had sold at lower price. You went in loss. No, my quantity went up. Na? It's not a true loss. I suffered loss. That loss I set off against the profit on other shares. I did not pay income tax because net I did not have a profit. But truly I had a profit. How come? I had still more shares of Infosys. I had not sold all shares. I had sold only the shares which I purchased originally. Whatever bonus I had got, almost equal bonus, 1:1. So if I purchased 10,000 shares of Infosys, I got 10,000 shares. Samjha? Difference? I sold 10, I now got 20,000 shares. And then out of 20,000, I sold 10,000. This 10,000 which I sold is out of original shares. Did you understand? Out of original shares. Dimaag lagao. So income tax ke loss book kiya maine. That loss I set off against original profit. Did I pay income tax? No. Then I had balance shares of Infosys, which I did not sell. But whatever shares I sold, out of that I repaid home loan. इधर आ चल, कुंवर इधर आ, जोशी इधर आ। तुम दोनों कहानी से बाहर रुको पहले। ये अदर शेयर्स है, ब्लैक शर्ट इज अदर शेयर्स, दिस इज अभिषेक जावरे। Abhishek Zaware had to purchase other shares first. I sold off other shares. By selling other shares, I made a profit. I have to pay tax on this. But I bought Infosys. This is original Infosys. From where did I buy this? From selling other shares. Other shares बेचे, इधर profit हुआ, Infosys खरीदा, टैक्स भरने का, लेकिन टैक्स तो मेरे को इसके ऊपर टैक्स भरना पड़ेगा ना, इसके ऊपर मुझे इंफोसिस खरीदा। क्यों? ये इंफोसिस ने मेरे को और एक इंफोसिस दिया, बोनस, एक के ऊपर एक फ्री। ये क्या है? ओरिजिनल इंफोसिस। ये क्या है? बोनस इंफोसिस। अब मेरे पास दो दो इंफोसिस है ना? लेकिन ये इंफोसिस खरीदने के लिए मेरे पास पैसा चाहिए था, वो पैसा यहां से लाया था मैंने, लेकिन ये पैसा मेरे को सच में घर में लगाना था। ये घर है, ये पैसा मेरे को घर में लगाना था। ये इससे जो पैसा आया है मेरे को घर में लगाना था, लेकिन इससे जो पैसा है मैंने इसमें लगाया। फिर घर कहां से लाया? लोन से लाया। ठीक है, घर है, इधर बैंक है, बैंक से लोन लिया मैंने। ओरिजिनल इंफोसिस है, इसने मेरे को एक एडिशनल इंफोसिस दे दिया, मैंने ओरिजिनल को बेच डाला, लॉस में गया ओरिजिनल। क्यों लॉस में गया? क्योंकि उसकी वैल्यू कम हो गई ना। आजा इधर, पहले ये ओरिजिनल इंफोसिस इतना था, बाद में इस ओरिजिनल इंफोसिस की वैल्यू कम हो गई, नीचे है ना, वैल्यू कम हो गई, लॉस में गया ओरिजिनल इंफोसिस। जा बाहर, ऐसे बाहर जा, ये लॉस में गया। ये लॉस को मैंने इतने बड़े प्रॉफिट के साथ सेट ऑफ कर लिया, गवर्नमेंट को कुछ नहीं दिया, लेकिन वो इंफोसिस बेच के जो पैसा आया उससे ये घर का लोन रिपे कर दिया। ये इंफोसिस इधर ही है अभी तक। कुछ समझा क्या? इसको मैंने बेचा नहीं, इसको मैंने साथ में रखा, 1 साल के बाद बेचा इसको, क्योंकि उस जमाने में लॉन्ग टर्म कैपिटल गेन वॉज एग्जम्प्ट फ्रॉम टैक्स। इफ यू होल्ड द शेयर्स फॉर व्हाट? 1 year. After 1 year also I sold this Infosys. I made a profit. I did not pay the tax on this Infosys also. Moral of the story, original shares, I made a profit. I did not pay the tax because of original Infosys. On this I made a profit. I did not pay the tax because of original Infosys. I said, इसके ऊपर मैंने लॉस क्रिएट किया, ये ओरिजिनल था, ये फिर कम हो गया था, है ना? लॉस मैंने सेट ऑफ कर लिया, ये टैक्स नहीं पे किया, इधर भी टैक्स नहीं पे किया, बिकॉज इट बिकेम अ लॉन्ग टर्म कैपिटल गेन। कुछ समझा? दिस वॉज पॉसिबल एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम। टुडे बोनस शेयर्स का प्रोविजन भी चेंज हो चुका है, लॉन्ग टर्म कैपिटल गेन के रूल्स भी चेंज हो चुके हैं। 4 करोड़ का घर खरीदा था मैंने करके उस जमाने में। यू हाउ टू अमाउंट सेव्ड वाज ह्यूज। You just need to understand provisions. You need to understand, use them at a right point of time. Entire calculation of this Infosys and everything I have explained in a boring video of 1 hour 10 minutes. It is available on 𝐓𝐴Bhishek YouTube channel. Right from 1991 से लेके मैंने डेटा, जो भी डेटा अवेलेबल है publicly, I have explained how Infosys 10,000 rupees has become 15 crore rupees. Exact amount I don't recollect now. 14 point something, approximately 15 crore. With bonus and with split. I explained just bonus right now. कितने लोगों को समझा होगा मालूम नहीं है. Only chartered accountant can do this. क्योंकि you need to understand for this legal provisions, income tax law provisions, accounting rules, then the taxation rules. You have to understand so many things and take a decisions. You will learn everything of this in the chartered accountancy course. Obviously today provisions have undergone a changed. So you cannot do this kind of transactions today. Why? Government would have understood it, na? And nothing was illegal. Whatever I did was available in the sections. Long-term capital gain was exempted, section 10, subsection 38 of Income Tax Act at that point of time, read with section number 112 of Income Tax Act. Whatever I did, the bonus that was allowed under section 94, subsection 7, bonus stripping karke concept tha, that section is being amended now. So whatever I did was nothing was illegal. Everything was within the four corners of law. And such things are available. Like, people created a huge amount of money out of this. So that is how bonus. Today, this tax point is gone, but today the price per share comes down, due to which the demand for shares in the market can go up, due to which price per share can go up. Price per share, please remember, is not affected just by bonus. There are a lot of other factors. So I assume bonus is clear. Accounting of bonus is also clear, na? So listen to this. Now, like a bonus, there is one more concept which is also in your syllabus. And this is, I'm just on the first heading, share capital. अब इस चैप्टर के अंदर, अब देखो मैंने आपको कोई भी चीज एक्सप्लेन नहीं किया होता साला, सिर्फ बोला होता है ऐसा होता है रे. I can tell you what you did, final account, how you learn final account in 11th standard, you know. If closing stock comes, trading account credit, balance sheet asset side. I could have explained in that fashion. बच्चों, जब भी बोनस शेयर दिया रहेगा ना, रिजर्व्स माइनस करो, शेयर कैपिटल ऐड करो, बस तुम इतने से सीए बन सकते हो. अनफॉर्चुनेटली करना क्या है, रिजर्व्स माइनस करना है. व्हाई? व्हाट इज जर्नल एंट्री? रिजर्व्स अकाउंट डेबिट माइनस रिजर्व्स, शेयर कैपिटल क्रेडिट, ऐड शेयर कैपिटल. हो गया ना सीए तुम. मैं कल से बक कर रहा हूं, डिविडेंडो लॉजिक एक्सप्लेन कर रहा हूं. बट इससे क्या होता है मालूम है? इससे आपको डायरेक्ट इफेक्ट नहीं होता, बट इनडायरेक्टली आपकी जो ये थिंकिंग कैपेबिलिटी है ना, वो इतनी एक्सपांड हो जाएगी. मैंने आपको बोला था डे 1 पे अगर आपको पॉसिबल हो सके, जो बच्चे नए हैं या जो फाउंडेशन के, उन्होंने तो ऑलरेडी एक्सपीरियंस किया होगा, आप सिर्फ क्वालिटी, तुमका ब्रेन का लेवल है ना, मेजर करके को कही दो, और लास्ट डे को ब्रेन का लेवल मेजर करना. नाम बदल के रखाना, तुमको नाम बदल दूंगा. मैंने आपको भी बोला था, लास्ट दिन को यहां रोते हुए वापस भेजूंगा. नो इमोशनल ड्रामा, नो ग्लिसरीन, नो माँ बाप. माँ बाप का सपना दिखा के रोने वाला कंसेप्ट बहुत पॉपुलर होता है. हमारा टिपिकल इंडियन माँ बाप, ये वो ऐसा देशभक्ति, ये रिलीजन, ये ऐसे ऐसे जेन्युइन कंटेंट. इट्स सच ए सिंपल थिंग. Now let me explain. There are so many pointers on bonus also. The 2 additional points I want to explain. Online public, I still request you, please do not repeat it out. I know everything. I will keep on answering. एक doubt 10 बार पूछने से मैं जल्दी आंसर नहीं करूंगा. I have to go in a particular flow. Please understand. There is some rules of communication. You need to understand these. I know every one of you will have a lot of doubts. I will answer. मैं भाग रहा हूं क्या? Am I नीरव मोदी? नीरव मोदी, हाँ. सुनो, पहला क्वेश्चन आपके दिमाग में आ सकता है, What if you don't own shares in multiples of 5? बहुत सारे लोगों के दिमाग में ऐसे कुछ भी क्वेश्चन नहीं आते. क्यों? वो स्ट्रेस ही नहीं लेते. 5, what if, मैंने रेशो क्या बोला रे? फॉर एवरी 5 shares you will give what? 3 shares. What if I don't have 5 shares? I have 23 shares. That is fraction. Then companies pay cash to you. For 20 shares they will give you bonus. For remaining 3 shares they will give you what? Cash. That is, they adjust that much. This fraction shares. Obviously not everyone will have shares in multiples of 5. If there is a fraction like that, they pay out cash. Next question that should come to your mind, out of which reserves we give bonus? क्या बोला मैंने? Reserves that are used for bonus. क्या लिखा तुमने? रिजर्व्स यूज्ड फॉर व्हाट? बोनस, है ना? रिजर्व्स यूज्ड फॉर व्हाट? बोनस. समझ लेना. देर आर रेवेन्यू रिजर्व्स. क्या बोला मैंने? रेवेन्यू रिजर्व्स. ऑल रेवेन्यू रिजर्व्स कैन बी यूज फॉर बोनस, बट नॉट ऑल कैपिटल रिजर्व्स. कैपिटल रिजर्व्स में से ओनली फ्यू रिजर्व्स यू कैन यूज फॉर बोनस. दैट इज सिक्योरिटीज प्रीमियम. यू कैन give bonus out of it. Bonus is nothing but what? Converting reserves into what? Share capital. Converting reserves into what? Share capital. Do you understand? Converting reserves into share capital is known as what? Bonus. So you can give bonus out of what? Securities. You can give bonus out of capital reserve realized in cash. Realized in cash मतलब by selling of asset or selling of business. Capital reserve realized in cash. You can have capital reserve realized in cash, or you can have capital reserve not realized in cash. Only if capital reserve is realized in cash format. Only if capital reserve is realized in what? Cash, that can be used. Revaluation reserve cannot be used. मैं लिख के स्क्रैच कर रहा हूं. लिख के स्क्रैच कर रहा हूं मतलब cannot be used. You cannot use revaluation reserve. कुछ समझ में आया क्या? क्यों? It is not realized in cash. Revaluation reserve is journal entry that you pass है. Fixed asset account debit to revaluation reserve. तुम्हारे पास लैंड है 50 करोड़ का, उसका वैल्यू हो गया 80 करोड़. तुमको बहुत खुजली है अंदर से. आई वॉन्ट टू शो लैंड एट 80 करोड़. यू शो लैंड एट 80 करोड़ फॉर व्हाट? फॉर द रीजंस बेस्ट नोन टू यू. कोई फायदा होता है क्या रिवैल्यूएशन से करके? कुछ ऐसा ग्रेट फायदा नहीं होता, बट करते हैं कुछ लोग. करना है कर लो. आप उसमें से बोनस शेयर्स नहीं दे सकते. व्हाई? रिवैल्यूएशन रिजर्व इज नॉट रियलाइज्ड इन कैश. सो बच्चों, ये क्या था? किसके जैसा था? ये बोनस था ना? I answered few doubts on bonus. I am still not taking your doubts. I'll take up all your doubts. I need to explain one more related item. Split of a share, consolidation of shares. दो आइटम्स है, दोनों सिमिलर है. दोनों ये आसान है, स्प्लिट वगैरह आसान है. बोनस शेयर्स यू शुड लिंक विद द सेक्शन नंबर 62 ऑफ द कंपनीज एक्ट. 62 एंड 63 में आपको ये कॉन्सेप्ट आ जाएगा. स्पेसिफिकली बोनस 63 में कवर्ड होगा. 62 में राइट इश्यू वगैरह कवर होगा. राइट इश्यू, ईसॉप, प्रेफरेंशियल अलॉटमेंट, बहुत सारी चीजें. लॉ में भी आपको एक चीज आएगा. वॉट एवर आई एक्सप्लेन बोनस ना, विल गेट इट इन लॉ ऑल्सो. अब जो स्प्लिट वगैरह एक्सप्लेन कर रहा हूं ये भी आएगा लॉ में. सेक्शन 13 के अंदर आपको लॉ के अंदर भी आ जाएगा कंपनी लॉ में. यहां पर हम अकाउंटिंग एंट्री सीख रहे. हैव आई टॉट अकाउंटिंग एंट्री ऑफ बोनस शेयर्स? यस. नो बोल रहे बेशरम. अरे पब्लिक, क्या कुंवर, क्या जमाना है ये? सिखाने के बाद भी नहीं बोलते यार. रिस्पेक्टिव रिजर्व अकाउंट डेबिट टू शेयर कैपिटल. ओ, एक चीज हमेशा सुनना, बेसिक्स. वी टीच फ्रॉम बेसिक. बोनस शेयर्स आर ऑलवेज इशूड एट पार. यू कैनॉट इशू बोनस शेयर्स एट अ प्रीमियम. एट पार मतलब फेस वैल्यू. Bonus shares are issued at face value. If you issue bonus shares at premium, it is premium given out of premium. क्यों? Bonus shares are issued out of premium. You cannot issue bonus shares at a premium. Bonus shares are always at face value. That's why I said reserves account debit to share capital account. Reserves account debit to. समझा क्या? अब सुनो, अब मैं क्या सिखा रहा हूं बच्चों तुमको? छुट्टा करना. सुट्टा नहीं, छुट्टा. फूकने वाला पब्लिक खुश हो गया होगा इधर. ओके, ऑन अ सीरियस नोट, जो भी पब्लिक फूकता है या दारू पीता है, Please stop it immediately. You will not become crorepati. I will show to you little later once you understand more about time value of money in FM. By not smoking and not drinking, you can at least save 1 crore. How? I will explain later. Right now you do not know. I have to explain you time value of money, EZ calculator. फाउंडेशन में सिखाया था कभी? सिखाया था, ओके। तो तब से कुछ लोग तो फूकने बंद हो गए होंगे। इसके बाद भी फूकना है, फूको। सिर्फ आईटीसी का फूको। शेयर होल्डर होना है, दारू पीना है ना तो मैकडोवेल की पियो। सुनो, ये घर वालों को बोलना है तो उनका इट्स ओके। You should not touch this, in my honest opinion. We are not living in any part of the world where you will die if you don't drink. Alcohol was invented basically for areas where temperature goes down. Your views can be different. Let's agree to disagree. अब सुनो मैं क्या बोल रहा हूं. Listen to this. ₹10 face value है. ₹10 is what? Face value of 1 share. ठीक से सुनना. ₹10 is what? Face value of what? 1 share. I want to convert 1 share into 5 shares. I should make a face value as 2. छुट्टा करना. That is what I took a 500 rupees note and converted, right? So if I say 1 share of ₹10 face value is equal to 5 shares of ₹2 face value. Bachcho, it is known as what? Split of a share. What is it known as? Split or a subdivision. Split यार अभी इतना simple English भी यूज किया ना. Subdivision. What happens because of split? Share price comes down. अब बोलेंगे बोनस में भी आपने यही बोला था. हाँ, इधर भी वही बोलूंगा. But there is a huge difference. Split does not require reserves. Bonus requires reserves. Bonus was converting reserves into share capital. Split is not converting reserves into share capital. Split is nothing but converting share capital into share capital. आप बोलेंगे मतलब? Just wait. Line सुनो. On your screen. Bonus versus split. दो बच्चे. Bonus reduces price of share. Convert reserves into share capital. Share capital goes up. Reserves come. Split. Reduces price of share. Does not change reserves. Does not change share capital. So what happens? Instead of saying 1 share of 10 each, you start writing 5 shares of 2 each. So what is the journal entry of split? Share capital account debit to share capital account. No entry that is. करना ही है तुमको, बहुत खुजली है तुम्हारे अंदर, कर लो एंट्री. क्या? शेयर कैपिटल अकाउंट डेबिट ₹10 टू शेयर कैपिटल ₹10. लेकिन सीए कोर्स में हमें ये खुजली बहुत होती है, हमें ये तो हम करेंगे एंट्री क्या करेंगे मालूम है? इक्विटी शेयर कैपिटल अकाउंट डेबिट. अब बोले एंट्री से होता क्या? कुछ भी नहीं होता है. स्प्लिट से एक ही पर्पज है स्प्लिट का, शेयर का प्राइस कम करना. और बोलेंगे क्यों कम करने का? बोलता हूं प्राइस बहुत बढ़ चुका है. मैंने अभी इन्फोसिस का एग्जांपल दिया. इन्फोसिस हैड इट, वॉच द वीडियो. हाँ, उधर अपना चैनल है, अपना लाइक शेयर सब्सक्राइब. हाँ, ये एकत्वम पे नहीं, अभिषेक जावरे करके क्या अलग चैनल है, ये एकत्वम पे चल रहा है वीडियो. एकत्वम के चैनल पे क्या? तो अभिषेक जावरे करके एक मैंने अलग चैनल किया, उसमें लेक्चर्स नहीं, उसमें मेरे को बहुत सारी चीजें है. मैं बहुत जल्दी, एक बार ये थोड़ा तुम्हारा नोट्स बीट्स हो गया ना, मैं बहुत खतरनाक चीजें करने वाला हूं. मैं बहुत पैसा डालने वाला है. बहुत मेरे को बच्चे भी हेल्प करेंगे. तुम्हारे बैच में से ज्यादा बच्चे नहीं लूंगा क्योंकि तुमको पढ़ाई करना है. पुराना बैचेस से बच्चे लोग, तुमको बाद में लेगा ना मैं पास होने के बाद, पक्का पक्का बहुत सारी चीजें करेंगे हम, बच्चों को बदलने की कोशिश करेंगे, कुछ बदलेंगे कुछ नहीं बदलेंगे, इट्स ओके ना, एब्सोल्युटली ओके। इक्विटी शेयर कैपिटल अकाउंट डेबिट इनटू ब्रैकेट ₹10 टू इक्विटी शेयर कैपिटल अकाउंट इनटू ब्रैकेट ₹2, ये क्या है, फेस वैल्यू है। डेबिट विल बी ₹10, क्रेडिट विल ऑल्सो बी ₹10। मतलब बेसिकली व्हाट आई एम सेइंग इज amount was earlier amount was ₹10, now also amount is 10, but per share amount has undergone a change. Earlier it was 1 share ₹10, now it is 5 shares of ₹2. Only objective of split is what? To reduce price of a share. दूसरा कोई ऑब्जेक्टिव नहीं है। बोलेंगे क्यों सर, लेकिन क्योंकि इंडिया में फ्रैक्शन अलाउड नहीं है। इन इंडिया वी डू नॉट हैव फ्रैक्शन शेयर कंसेप्ट। इन यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स दे हैव फ्रैक्शन, बट स्टिल इन यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स ड्यूरिंग लॉकडाउन समथिंग हैपेंड क्रेजीली। गूगल डिड द स्प्लिट in spite of fraction being there. And when everyone asks a Google CFO, there is a fraction of shares concept allowed in the United States. Why did you do the split? Because if anyone wants to buy the shares, like for example, Infosys share is 2,50,000 one share, and you have ₹100, you can buy fraction. No? 100 out of 2,50,000, whatever number comes out, you can buy fraction. In US, that fraction can be bought and fraction can be sold in the US. India is not there. Google was being asked, why the hell did you do what? Split. When the fraction is allowed in United States. The response was crazy. I don't know how many of you know response. Yes? Perfect. मैंने बोला था कभी? फाउंडेशन में एक्सप्लेन किया था तुमको? ओके। तो कभी आया था फेस टू फेस? कब आया था? उसी लेक्चर में आया था, पीछे बैठा था क्या? ओके। गूगल knows everything about you. There were so many people in United States during COVID who were searching cheap shares to buy. Now, third class public decides cheap shares on the basis of price. In your entire life, if you decide whether the share is cheap or costlier on the basis of price, I will rip you into small pieces and feed it. Share cheap hai ya costlier hai is not decided by price. There are a lot of factors you will learn in the financial management, something like price to earning ratio, price to book value ratio, dividend yield ratio, free cash flow yield, earnings yield, then enterprise value ratio, EV to EBITDA ratio. N number of ratios, factors are there to decide whether the share is cheap or share is costlier. You will learn them in financial management. Right now you will just understand one line: cheap or costlier does not depend on price. But public to public hai. Google search kar rahe the cheap shares to buy, and Google then found out when they search cheap shares to buy, on which link did they click? Obviously Google knows now where it, Google knows everything about you. And when Google understood that there are so many people buying so many cheap shares, Google said, why we should not do that? So Google ka price, they reduced it down by doing what? Split. And then the Google price also went up. Kyun? Google became cheap for those people, whereas Google was equal to almost $2 trillion. So Google was really not cheap, but it looked like a cheap to the cheap public. So that is why split is done. The same logic was used by Bajaj Finance and Bajaj Finserv in India recently. Bajaj Finance, Bajaj Finserv. Bajaj Finance now trades at around 7,000 rupees a share. Bajaj Finance also did the split, multiple splits, to reduce what? Price of shares, so that it will look attractive. It's like a boy or a girl who is completely aged and puts a makeup to look young or to look attractive? हाँ? क्या बोले? Window dressing शब्द बोला था उसके लिए. Okay. You try to just do something so that your company share looks cheap. Now, absolute nonsense it is, but I have seen so many people making tremendous amount of blunders on the basis of price of a share. Please, please do not make this blunder. And if you make a blunder, don't tell anyone that I taught you. Let me show you one example. Let's say, for example, I search the costliest share in the entire world. Berkshire Hathaway, Class A share price. This share is trading at $5,35,821, not rupees. First of all, people don't understand that also. There are so many students who don't understand this. आगे dollar लिखा है. $5,35,000, $1 is equal to 83. Now, there are so many people I see, they are taking calculator and calculating. Take on a calculator, $5,35,821 multiplied by 83. How many crores? 4 crore? 44 lakh. Oila. Hey, Bidu public. One share of 4.44 crores. People think that this is biggest company in the world or costliest share. You do not decide biggest company by looking at price of a share, nor you decide costliest share by looking at price of a share. Price of a share has no meaning. Whether company is costliest or not is decided by a lot of factors. Those factors FM. Whether company is biggest or not is decided by market cap. इतना अच्छा लाइन बोला, तुम साला लिखता नहीं है. लिख. फाउंडेशन में लिखा है. वापस रिवीजन कर. We have revision batch. लिख. लिखो. Whether company is costliest or cheapest. Whether company is costliest, spelling ठीक से लिखो. Whether company is costliest or cheapest is decided by multiple valuation factors. Is decided by multiple valuation factors. Covered in FM is decided by multiple value. Because चालू करेंगे सर क्या? Covered in FM. Full stop. Next line. Whether the company is biggest or smallest. Whether the costliest, cheapest अलग है, biggest, smallest अलग है. Whether company is biggest or what? Smallest. ओ भाई अगला लाइन लिखना है. लिख. वो उसको वही लग रहा है, मैं वही बोल रहा हूं. Whether the company is biggest or smallest is decided by market cap. इसके लिए मल्टीपल फैक्टर नहीं, एक ही फैक्टर है. क्या फैक्टर है? मार्केट कैप. तो बोलो बच्चों, बर्कशायर हैथवे बिगेस्ट है क्या? क्यों? उसका मार्केट कैप 77,000 करोड़ है. 77,000 करोड़. 100 करोड़ is equal to 1 billion. इसका मार्केट कैप कितना है? 77,000 करोड़. 77,000 मतलब 1000. 100 crore is 1 billion divided by 100. मतलब Berkshire is 770 billion dollar. डॉलर था वो करेंसी. Apple is around 2,800 billion. Is what? Apple. Apple का market cap. India GDP 3,400 billion. Apple plus Microsoft will be equal to India plus Pakistan plus Bangladesh plus other things GDP of 1 year. But market cap is of not 1 year. Market cap is over the years and GDP is of 1 year. You should not compare market cap and GDP. That is what I wanted to say. You should not do this comparison. Before you start thinking, oh, Apple can buy entire India. I have seen. You couldn't get such kind of a YouTube short or reel. Apple, using Apple, you can buy India. अरे तेरे बाप ने रखा क्या साले? ये इंडिया का 1 साल का GDP है और वो Apple beginning से Apple बेच के GDP is like income of 1 year. GDP is not like a market value of India. There is no market value of country. I want to buy government of India shares. कहां से खरीदूं? एक बार एक बच्चा था, सर मेरे को आरबीआई के पास बैंक अकाउंट ओपन करना है, कैसे करूं? अबे मतलब कहां से आते हैं यार ये आइटम लोग? आरबीआई के पास बैंक अकाउंट ओपन करना है, तेरे बाप ने बैंक रखा है उधर? आरबीआई के पास बैंक अकाउंट ओपन करना है. सो बर्कशायर हैथवे कॉस्टलीएस्ट है क्या? नहीं. बर्कशायर हैथवे बिगेस्ट है क्या? नहीं. तो स्प्लिट ऑफ द शेयर का एंट्री समझा क्या तुमको? सो फॉर एग्जांपल देखो, मैं शेयर कैपिटल लिख रहा हूं. शेयर कैपिटल है मेरा 5,000 शेयर्स ऑफ ₹10 each. कितना है रे? 50,000 रुपीज. हाँ, नीचे लिखो कंपनी कंसोलिडेटेड. कंपनी कंसोलिडेटेड. देखो अभी अभी मैंने बोला ना, बच्चों को समझता नहीं. क्या डाउट आया होगा मालूम है? व्हाट इज एग्जैक्टली मीनिंग ऑफ कॉस्टली शेयर एंड चीप शेयर? आगे मैंने ब्रैकेट में लिख के दिया FM. तुमने अभी अकाउंट का फी दिया ना, तो अकाउंट में ही सिखाऊंगा उतना. FM में सिखाऊंगा ना. अरे थोड़ा संयम रख श्रेयस. व्हाट इज कॉस्टली, व्हाट इज चीप? यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड बेटा वैल्यूएशन ऑफ अ कंपनी. यू लर्न, हैव पेशेंस. कंपनी कंसोलिडेटेड 5 shares into 1 share. Costly and cheap, I have not taught. That you need to understand valuation here. Share costly है, share cheap है, ये अभी नहीं समझेगा तुमको. What is consolidated? Split का उल्टा is called as a consolidation. अभी अभी मैंने बोला था, when you convert 1 share of 10 into 5 shares of 2, it is called as a split, or it is called as a subdivision. This was, what was this? Subdivision. Now I am teaching consolidation. What is consolidation? 5 shares combined into what? 1. Journal entry क्या होगी? Equity share capital into bracket ₹10. What is ₹10? Earlier face value. So what is the journal entry for split? Old face value to new face value. Equity share capital to equity share capital into bracket ₹50. ₹50 कहां से लाया? 1 share is converted into 5 shares. So old face value to which face value? New face value. 50,000. Old face value to what? New face value. Equity share capital account debit to equity share capital account. Do you understand equity share capital to equity share capital? What happens because of this entry? Arey, what happens because of this entry? So, have you understood? Pakka? So whenever you pass split or consolidation, entry क्या है? Equity share capital into bracket old face value to equity share capital into bracket new face value. Amount is same as existing share capital. By doing split or by doing consolidation, does the amount of share capital go up? Does the amount of share capital come down? Split results into price of share going. Consolidation results into price going up. Bonus, price goes down. But in bonus, reserves also go down. Are you clear? Chalo, we have summary. अब तक जो भी डिस्कस किया, and then I will take your doubts. Online public, तुम्हारा भी डाउट लेगा. संयम रखने का बस. चलो. On your screen, shareholders fund. दो बच्चे. Share capital. Reserves and share capital. Equity share capital. Preference share capital. Only to the extent of face value, which is paid up. Which is paid up matlab out of 10 rupees, right now you are demanded only 7. तो 7 is paid. तो क्या करेंगे हम? 7 ही दिखाएंगे. Oh, you demanded 7, but investors paid 5. So we say called up 7 less calls in arrears 2, therefore paid up 5. So what is shown on the balance sheet? Paid up capital. What do you show on a balance sheet? Breakup is shown in notes to account. Breakup means called up. Also called up. Authorized capital, total capital. You would have learned in law, you would have learned in accounts. 11th, 12th, foundation, all standards. 12th में भी था ये. Authorized intermediate में law में वापस आएगा. Authorized capital आ गया क्या तुम्हारा intermediate में? Authorized capital blah blah blah. Issued capital blah blah blah. Called up capital blah blah blah. Called up means demanded. Called up मतलब क्या फोन नहीं किए. Called up capital. Less calls in. Therefore paid up. What is shown on the balance sheet? Shareholder fund. Share capital. Reserves. Share capital is equity and preference at paid up capital. Reserves. दो बच्चे. Capital reserves. Revenue reserves. Capital reserve के अंदर security premium, revaluation reserve, capital reserve. बस. Revenue reserves. P&L. This P&L is P&L appropriation account. कौन था रे कल वो डाउट वाला P&L अकाउंट नॉमिनल रियल अकाउंट किधर गया? कौन है? किधर गया? अरे बोलो ना, इट्स ओके, वी आर वन बिग फैमिली यार. हम कितना प्यार से आंसर देते हैं यार तुमको. नहीं यार, मेरे को शक्ल याद नहीं, उसकी शक्ल याद आने दो बार. It's okay, it's okay. P&L appropriation account, then general reserve, then any other reserve. You can create any reserve. Oh, you can create reserve for buying building. You can create a reserve, like you can create reserve for your own marriage. In case you are doubtful that parents will not sponsor. You can, in your personal life, you can keep money aside for any purpose. So business also can keep money aside for any purpose. Hana, whatever the reason business wants to keep money aside, can you keep it? Yes. Suresh, honey dala kya? Honey dala na? Haan. So, revenue reserves, P&L appropriation, general reserve, any other reserve. Next, these revenue reserves are some of the capital reserves. Not all, few capital reserves and revenue reserves can be converted into capital. We call it as a bonus shares. Exam के लिए याद क्या रखने का? Minus from reserves plus to share capital. Gano choco, huh? Called as what? Bonus shares. These equity share capital I can split or I can consolidate. Revision over. Doubts, please. हाथ ऊपर करो. Others have to be silent. If you do not have doubt, does not mean you have right to discuss. जी आइटम. पीबी रेशो का मतलब सिखाया नहीं मैंने समझाने के लिए. PB is price upon book value. What is the use? FM. How to calculate, how to use. PB, भाई साहब पूछ रहे, what is the meaning of PB ratio? PB ratio simply tells price is how much time of book value. For example, I calculate ratio, body mass index. I don't know formula. You know, so keep quiet. There is some ratio of your weight, your height. I think, and और कुछ तो factor होते होंगे. I do not know. I do not want to know. Because every time it shows me I am overweight. The day when it shows I'm, हाँ, नई machine बनाएंगे ना, नया formula develop करेंगे ना. So in a body mass index, it is a ratio of your weight and what? Height. Exactly. Here we are taking ratio of price to book value. थोड़ा explain करोगे? पूरा नहीं समझेगा, पूरा FM में समझेगा. देखो, मैं बोलता हूं PB ratio of companies 5 times. सुनोगे बच्चों? जन्नत है. बहुत बेसिक में बोलता हूं. डिटेल FM, ये तुमको कंसेप्ट समझा ना? ये और अर्निंग यील्ड एंड डिविडेंड यील्ड, यू विल अभी पूरे तरीके से समझेगा नहीं, बिकॉज यू डू नॉट नो FM फाइनेंशियल, बट तभी थोड़ा बहुत सिखाता हूं. सुन लेना. PB रेशो इज 5 टाइम्स. इसका मतलब क्या है? प्राइस इज 5 टाइम्स ऑफ बुक वैल्यू. Book value means what? Assets minus liability. Book value is what? Assets minus liabilities is a book value of equity. First basic equation here. Assets minus liabilities capital. Capital को हम क्या बोल रहे हैं? Equity. Do you understand? Do you wanna go mad? What does this mean? If the book value on the balance sheet is rupees 400, price of a share or market value of a company is 2000. This can be per share or this can be total. कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता उससे. Book value 400 crores, तो price or market cap will be how much? 2000 crores. Do you wanna go mad? Do you wanna go mad? Listen to this. This is very, very important principle. I had made multiple mistakes on this in my initial days. Nobody taught me except formula. Price to book value ratio is equal to price divided by book value. Done. 400 crore का assets minus liability. This is net assets. A business has net assets of 400 crore. But you, when you buy shares on a stock exchange, you will be able to buy it at 2000 crores. You will not be able to buy it at a book value. You have to pay a premium for it. You have to buy shares at a higher price. Why higher price? Listen to this carefully. Company shows ROE. What word I used? ROE, return on equity. ROE is nothing but, in a very simple language, net profit, obviously after taxes, divided by book value of equity on total basis. So if I say book value is 400 crores and company is earning on 400 crores, बहुत मारेगा मैं तुमको. Company is earning how much? 400 crore is a capital. Company is earning 80 crore on this. Company is earning a profit of 80 crore. Capital is 400 crore as per book value into 100. That means company has a ROE of 20%. 20% is a return on equity that a company earns. है ना? हर साल कितना प्रॉफिट कमा रही कंपनी? 80 crore का. Company is earning a profit of 80 crore on a capital of, but you are not going to buy the company at 400 crore. You have to buy company at. So this is return on equity. How much percent? 20%. But you when you buy the shares at current market price, which is 2000 crore. Let's assume you buy entire company. For you, earnings yield. क्या word use किया मैंने? Earnings yield is nothing but net profit. Now you can do this per share or you can do this on total basis. Answer remains same. Why? In maths, numerator and denominator both are divided by same number. Result remains net profit divided by market cap. बच्चों, तुमने कंपनी कितने में खरीदा? 2000 crores and you are getting 80 crore. This is called as a earnings yield into 100. 4%. Shut your mouth. क्या बोलोगे? 4% is earnings yield when you buy the shares at current market value. But company in its books of account is saying to investors, we are earning 20%. खत्म नहीं हुआ, अभी तो जन्नत शुरू होगा. ये समझ गया ना बेटा तेरे को? Difference is basically ROE upon PB is earnings yield. ये मैथमेटिक्स है, लॉजिक रुक जरा, रोक. इज नथिंग बट 20 अपॉन 5 इक्वल टू 4. 20 क्या था? ROE. What is PB? 5 was a PB. Your price was 4 times of book value. ठीक से सुन ले बेटा. ये ROE वगैरह भी सिलेबस में है अभी, शेड्यूल 3 ग्रुप 1 अकाउंट्स है आगे. रेशियोज 5 times was a PB multiple, price to book value multiple. So now question comes up, your company is earning 20%, but you as an investor, you are earning just. But it is said that equity markets are risky, not whiskey. Equity markets are risky. Sala FD करके if I can earn 8% and by investing in equity market I am earning 4%, why is this person asking us to invest in equity? Because opportunity cost is at least 8%. If the same money you put in a bank FD, you can earn 8%, but by putting in equity, you are truly getting. You are getting 4%. Please listen. You are getting, but company is showing. Please shut your mouth. Company is showing we are earning 20, but truly you are earning 4. Is this some kind of fraud? Answer is no. Why? When you put money in a bank FD, you are going to earn 8% every year. Here, there is a growth. Swami Vivekananda said, growth is life, weakness is death. This 80 crore is profit right now. Next year, if the profit jumps up to 100 crore, price will change at that time. Agreed. But for you, price is same. You have already acquired the shares at 2000 crore. You acquired company at 2000 crore. For you, earnings yield becomes 5%. As the price of the share slowly and slowly and slowly jumps, for you, the yield is written in the form of profit increases. Profit is ultimately for whom? For shareholders, for owners of the company. You buy the shares today at 4% earnings yield. But if the company keeps on growing, if the company keeps on, automatically your earnings yield, which is 4, starts increasing to 5. How? Earnings went up from 80 to 100 crore. Earnings went up by 25%. 80 to 100 is 20 crore. 20 crore upon 80 crore is 25%. Brain utilize hona chahiye. 25% is an increase in what? Profit or earnings. Profit is known as earning. This yield also went up by 25%. हाँ बोले क्या फेंकता है यार, 4 का 5 हो गया. Where is it 25%? 4 to 5 is not 1%. 4 to 5 is 25%. हाँ बोलेंगे हाँ 4 to 5 is 1. 1 upon 4, 25%. So if you think that company will grow at, if you think that a growth will be 25% every year, people are happy at 4% yield also. You right now it is 4%. Next year 5%. 5 plus 25% plus 25 plus 25. Like this, the earnings yield will increase. Obviously, growth will not remain same, but there are so many companies which keep on growing consistently for 8 to 10 years at a massive rate. Company which I bought, 5-star Finance. Let me show you. This is what you need to understand. Growth rate. If a company is growing at a massive rate, your earnings yield increases, and that is why people pay price for growth. Where there is a growth, there is a life. Where there is a no growth, there is a death. Weakness is death, growth is life. Let me show you. You will go. Screener पे गया मैं. 5-star business finance, documents, PPT. कौन कॉल्स में नीचे आके PPT उठाने का. PPT, PowerPoint, presentation. Growth. Are you ready to go mad? Profit after tax in 2015 was 99 million. That is just 9.9 crore or 10 crores rough. Do you wanna go mad? आंखें खोल के, I have, trust me, you understand these principles at early age and you practice them. Even if you do not understand 100%, please do not give up its practice. It's like me going to gym, not understanding benefit on day 1. I should not give up, I should keep on doing it. I have done that blunder. You don't do it. 99 million, which was in which year? 2023. Same 99 million has gone up to fucking 6,035 million. That is 603 crore. From 10 crore to 603 crore in 8 years. How many years? 8 years. अब तुमको आंखें चौंका के रखूंगा तुम्हारे. लिटरली पागल होएगा तुम. तुमने फॉर्मूला सीखा था मैथ्स में. 99 has become 6035 millions. 10 million is 1 crore. In how many years? 8 years. So 6035 upon 99 raised to 1 by 8 minus 1 equal to R. This is a formula of compound interest. Basic. The one who has understood compound interest is 8th wonder. The one who does not understand, he will pay for it. 6035 upon 99, उसका 8th root निकालो calculator पे. How do you calculate 8th root? Press square root button 3 times. Minus 1 into 100 into 100. R is equal to 60. 67.15% per annum. 5-star has grown at 67% per annum. By investing now, you will not get that much of money which I made. Why? Now growth, you are already grown at a very high rate. This much high growth rate will not be there in the future. But you want to know how do you make a money? I will not show you the actual numbers, but let me just put the numbers in context to get an idea. The actual numbers create some problems for some people. At that time, PAT was 99. This was FY 15. Let us say PB was 5-star is valued now at around 4.5 times. That time market को अकल ही नहीं था. 5-star was available at almost 2.5. Let me round off to 3 times. PB उसका कितना था? 3 times was a price to book value. 5-star was available at such a dirty cheap rate. I remember COVID के अंदर ऐसा ही एक कंपनी था, Bajaj Finance was available at a dirty cheap rate, and I had taken a session of the parents of intermediate batch, and मैंने उनको बोला था 5-star Bajaj Finance खरीदो. 5-star was not listed. एक आदमी था, मतलब पेरेंट था, बोला कुछ भी ऐसे तुम टाइम पास बच्चों को क्यों बोल रहे हो. Bajaj Finance was around 2,100 at that point of time. Adjusted for bonus split, Bajaj Finance is at around 11,000 today. Because this PB multiple was much lower and the growth of Bajaj Finance was much higher. Idiots don't understand. Now look at this. You will be shocked. I have a recording of that lecture also. I had fired that parent again. हाँ मतलब obviously तुमको समझता नहीं तो बच्चों को my objective is not to तुमको इन्वेस्ट नहीं करना मत करो ना यार, एटलीस्ट समझ तो लो. समझने के लिए पैसा नहीं देना पड़ता तुमको. 99 into 3, 297 was a market value of 5-star. Today, for example, FY23, that same profit has become, oh sorry, PAT was 99. I have to take a book value. That time book value भी वहां पे रहेगा. Just a second. Profit, when you make a profit gets added to equity. आपका book value बढ़ता है. Just let me, I took a profit. Growth in profit is there. Let me take a book value. वहां पर book value भी रहता है. In that slide, book value is basically you have equity, net worth. मैंने अभी बोला था आपको. I had told you book value is also known as what? Profit went up from where to where? I can't hear. 99 rupees to 6035. ठीक है. Book value was 713. I made it. मतलब पैट नहीं लेना चाहिए मैंने अभिषेक. Useless third class. मैंने क्या लेना चाहिए? Book value. How much is book value? 713. Look at book value. अरे यार क्या PPT भी. Just a second. वो कुछ तो 713, which is a book value is also known as a net worth. Asset. मैंने कल बोला था ये word. Net worth 713 has become 43,395. Almost similar growth. Why? Where should profit go? Profit means what? You earned assets more than your liabilities, na? अरे public. Profit का growth भी लगभग profit and net worth is also grown at a same rate because profits are plowed back. You wanna go mad? How much that became 713? 43,395. Do you wanna go mad? 43,395 millions है ये. So okay, shall I do it crores? एक zero कम हो जाएगा. 71.30 crores. 43,395 जो था ना. 5-star was available at that time at just what? 3 times book value. Matlab, I had to pay for such a fast growing company just 3 times of what? Book value. उसका earnings, मैंने आपको क्या बोला? Earnings yield, जैसे यहाँ पे 3 times book value, earnings yield was, यहाँ पे 4 है, and the company keeps on growing at a massive rate. Your yield is also grows. Ultimately, that earnings yield, if it is growing, price also grows. You wanna see the growth? 71.3 into 3 ball. 213.9 crore का 5-star available था. Today, that 3 times multiple भी constant नहीं रहता है. Multiple also changes क्योंकि now market has understood 5-star. That multiple right now is around 4, 5 पे आ चुका है ये लगभग. This multiple has come down to almost what? 5 times. The same 5-star. 21,697 crores. ये rough numbers, exact नहीं है. एग्जैक्ट नंबर देखना है तो हम वहां पे गूगल पे स्क्रीनर पे जाके टॉप पे मार्केट कैप दिखता है. विल गो वेरी क्लोज. 5-star is 23,000 crore company. From 300 crore, what was the value? Not even 300, boss. 213 crore company to 21,000. In between, there was a capital infusion also. Capital introduce किया तो क्या होता है? Net worth बढ़ता है. तो capital infusion TVS ने capital introduce किया था April 2023 around टेक्निकल कैलकुलेटर 300 rupees per share पे TVS ने introduce किया था. Around 8% stake, so that should be around 50 crore का 8%. 300 crore into roughly 300 per share पे TVS करके कंपनी है साउथ इंडिया का. In case you know, TVS had introduced the money in FISA. That's the last infusion that they had done. Around roughly जितना मेरा अंडरस्टैंडिंग है वो 2,500 करोड़ का इन्फ्लो किया था उन्होंने. सो 213 करोड़ उसका मार्केट वैल्यू था, प्लस 2,500 करोड़ का क्या हुआ था? कैपिटल ऐड हुआ था. सो जस्ट 2,700 crore rupees has become 21,000 crore. Reason, there was a huge growth in what? Earnings. Moral of the story, you know what? Why people pay price to book value higher than 1. When the book value of share is 1 rupee, people are willing to pay 5 rupees. 5 star के लिए अभी 5 rupees नहीं है, एग्जैक्ट देखना है अपने को. प्राइस टू बुक वैल्यू 5 star का कितना है? प्राइस टू बुक वैल्यू रेशियो हाउ मच इज इट? 5.3. मैंने राउंड ऑफ करके 5 लिया. 5.3 is little more. इतना at this point of time 5.3 is too much. That time this should have been there, because now growth will not be that much. Why? You are already grown at a very fast rate. You can't grow further at such a high rate. It's very difficult to maintain a very high growth for a very, now growth rate will come down. Moral of the story क्या है बच्चों? Please सुनो. What people say is, share book value is 1 rupee, price is 5 rupees. Why should I pay 5 rupees for getting assets of 1 rupee? The reason is, when you buy share, shall I use a line? When you buy shares, you don't buy assets, you buy future profits. When you buy, लिखो headline. When you buy share, we don't buy net assets of the company, we buy future profits of the company. Why the hell, Abhishek, you are explaining here? We buy what? We buy what? Future profits of company. When you buy future profits, बच्चों, those profits can keep on growing. तो आपको जो लग रहा है ना, आप 1 रुपए के लिए आज 5 रुपया दे रहे हो. For 1 rupee you are paying 5 rupees today. It might sound expensive today. The same thing becomes extremely cheap after few years of growth. You just need a patience there. This is one 5 star. The other one I told you, National Stock Exchange had bought, and the National Stock Exchange, when it grew, it was the same thing. In costing lecture, I think I told you, right? It was a platform. It was having a fixed cost. Same problem. Price to book value was very high. It grew. So price to book value ऐसा use होता है. Now let me take some online doubts. Sir, how do you identify such companies? There is no process. We keep on reading, There is no, if there was a formula to identify such companies, everyone else in the world would have used it, na? That is what. मैंने आपको एक लेक्चर पे एक लाइन बोला था, जिंदगी में जितना आपको जल्दी समझेगा वो लाइन अच्छा है. Finance is an art. बच्चों, you have not chosen a science, you have chosen an art. Please develop. Sir, is there any limit on how many maximum bonus shares company can issue? There is no limit. You can use, limit is basically how much reserves you have, that much bonus you can issue. लिखो नीचे कहीं तो note. Maximum bonus shares can be equal to utilization of entire reserves. Next. Sir, can we say that in the example of bonus share ratio 1:2, the share price is reduced by 3 times? Nahi re. It is all maximum bonus shares that can be issued is equal to amount of reserves into bracket eligible reserves. Why did I say eligible reserves? You cannot use all eligible reserve. So, all eligible reserves. सर अजीब सा लग रहा है हमको, ये एडिशनल चीज नहीं समझ रहे हैं. मत समझो ना, इट्स ओके ना. इफ यू शुड एस्पायर टू लर्न, ये मैंने जो एक्सप्लेन किया एडिशनल नहीं समझा, इट्स ओके. ये सिलेबस में पार्ट है ही नहीं ना सीए कोर्स का, एग्जाम में तुमको आने वाला ही नहीं है ये. बट तुम अगर समझना ही नहीं चाहते हो, दैट इज योर प्रॉब्लम. आई कांट डू एनीथिंग यार. यू विल डेफिनेटली बी इन अ पोजीशन टू लर्न. ये फॉर्मूला भी, ये क्या था, ग्रोथ रेट निकाला मैंने. एटलीस्ट ग्रोथ रेट तो समझा होगा. फाउंडेशन में ये फॉर्मूला था. आरओई ये मैंने लिख के दिया, आप जाके गो थ्रू करो. नहीं समझा, इट्स ओके. एटलीस्ट यू विल अंडरस्टैंड 5%. नो वन इज डम्ब हियर टू अंडरस्टैंड 0. आप सिर्फ एग्जाम ओरिएंटेड चीजें फोकस करो. लेकिन आना चाहिए ना, नहीं आना चाहिए फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में. तुमको क्या लगता है ऑल दिस थिंग्स आई अंडरस्टूड इन द फर्स्ट थिंग? जस्ट बिकॉज I can choose not to explain. I told you n number of times. I will, if I don't explain, आपको समझ में भी नहीं आएगा. You will never ever understand. And when you go to job market, at that point of time, you will realize what mistake you people have done. You can try. You will learn. अब मैं एक चीज बोल रहा हूं. देखो बोनस रेशियो जो है, देखो अभी ये तो समझना चाहिए तुमको. सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट प्रॉब्लम क्या है बोनस रेशियो का इंटरप्रिटेशन. कहीं पे लॉ में लिखा नहीं है. व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय 1:2? इट कैन मीन 1 bonus share if nothing is given. What do we interpret? What do you interpret? 1:2. So this meaning is what? 1 bonus share for 2, and majority people who are not, you tune to it, na? It's a mistake of all the teachers who have taught you so far. 2 bonus shares, 1 bonus share, 1 bonus share for 2 shares held. 1 bonus share for 2 shares held. That is the meaning that we should do. अब इसका मतलब प्राइस पे क्या है? करंट प्राइस और प्राइस बिफोर बोनस. Price before bonus. This is what we are going to require in accounting standard number 20. Where are we going to require this concept? Accounting standard 20. Earning per share calculate करते टाइम पे ये लगने वाला है हमको. Price before bonus is 480 per share. तो बेसिकली हमको करना क्या है? 2 शेयर के लिए 1 बोनस देना. For 2 you gave what? 1 bonus share. समझा क्या तुमको? Therefore, price after bonus, how do you calculate? Price after bonus, can we calculate it directly? Yes. 480 into 2 divided by 3. So, divided by 3 कैसे आया? Earlier it was 2 shares plus 1 is equal to, I don't know answer. 320 per share ना? So, ये doubt किसका था? I don't know. Who was this fellow? OPM. OPM, वो गांजा नहीं. OPM उसने नाम रखा है. OPM, we don't divide by 3. He was saying, if 1:2 is a ratio, can we divide directly by 3? No. What we need to do? 480 into 2 upon 3 is what? Price of a share. Hold on. So, let me take up the doubt. What is the difference between authorized capital, issued capital, subscribed paid up capital? Suman Poncha, beta please refer foundation accounts or 11th, 12th standard or company law. Authorized issued paid up capital. Like, this is basics of accounting. Is there any limit? Why we wrote a journal entry for split of the share? Is it necessary to write? For marks it is necessary. It has no effect actually. Journal entry for split has no effect. Even if you don't write it, it has the same effect only, na? But if you want a marks beta in exam, you have to write it. I hope you understood that. अजीब सा लग रहा है, उठेगा क्या बोल रहा है sir? Really blessed to have extra knowledge, sir. Please don't stop, sir. I will not stop, don't worry. Oh, ये अच्छा है. Can the price of share fall below book value? हाँ, this is good one. Can price of share go below book value or net worth? Balance sheet में क्या दिखता है? Book value. Can a share price go below book value? Answer is yes. Why? If the market believes that growth is not likely to be there. If you think that there is no growth in the future, the price can fall below book value. For example, book value right now is, for example, ऐसा ही ले रहा हूं, 390 per share. Company's net profit per share, net profit per share is 39. तो बेसिकली बच्चों ROE कितना है? ROE मतलब प्रॉफिट एज अ परसेंटेज ऑफ कैपिटल. You are earning 39 rupees on 390 rupees of capital. Book value is a capital, asset minus liability. So you are earning 10% of return on equity. You are earning how much? 10%. If you expect that there is no growth likely in the company, this profit is not going to grow, people will not pay more price, because people will say 10% is already our opportunity cost. So you will understand in much more detail in a subject called as a financial. So company can trade below book value. Should I hold 5? Please understand, online public or offline public. If you are going to ask me about any share, I will block you. You are not supposed to. I am not here for a recommendation of any share. I am discussing it only for the sake of understanding an example. If any item online wala, look, I will block you on a channel completely. Whosoever that Himanshu Patil is. How can we buy unlisted shares? Ask doubts on accounting. Sir, why big companies like Hathway doesn't split share? I said in United States there is a fraction. In India we don't have fraction. That is why we have to pass journal entries about split. Next doubt out here. Correct. They do it. You don't know that. His doubt is why companies in India don't split the shares more often. They do split more often. You just don't know. His question is why companies do consolidation of the shares. You think your shares are much lesser in the price and they are not getting the respect that they should deserve. Consolidation is basically for bhangar cap shares. Sir, consolidation of shares karte hue 5:1 ratio. Good question, Atharva. Wait. His doubt is, how will the ratio be written for consolidation? One share is converted into, or 5 shares are converted into 1. How will you write a ratio? Ratio will be 1:5. नहीं यार, कैसे 5:1, 5 shares for every 1 held. See, there is no formula, there is no standard anywhere in the entire world as to how to write a ratio of bonus or split or consolidation. So in exam generally they mention how many shares for how many held. Next. Doubt on accounting. If Indian company shares are there in the United States, will it have fractional ownership? Yes, Infosys shares are there in the United States. You can buy in a fraction. Next. Enough now. Enough, enough. I'm not going to ask irrelevant, मतलब कुछ भी बच्चा पूछ रहा था. Accounting wise split, bonus, syllabus में. Return on equity which I explained, price to book value ratio which I explained, that is an additional part just to increase your brain. Application is not in the CA syllabus. Listen up, CA syllabus is a format. तो format में से मैंने दो चीजें की, उसमें दो चीजों में जो काम का चीज है वो मैंने बोला. किसमें से? Share capital and what? Reserves. Now there is more disclosure that is required. If you look at your notes, share capital का disclosure क्या क्या करना है? देखो, what all is required to be disclosed? MCQs के लिए highest importance out there. कहीं से भी उठा के question डालेगा examiner. You have to show कुछ चीजें बहुत basic है. Authorized capital. Authorized capital is the maximum capital that a company can raise. Authorized capital is the maximum capital. I will not be answering all the doubts, YouTube public, faltu doubt, I will not be answering. Number and amount of shares, authorized shares. Authorized is what? Maximum number of shares. Maximum number of shares that a company can issue. But for your information, authorized capital can always be changed. You will start learning in a law, how can authorized capital be changed. Authorized, then how much is your issued capital, subscribed capital, paid up capital. All of this breakup is to be given in what? Notes to par value means face value you have to give in notes to accounts. You have to give reconciliation of number of shares at the beginning of the year and at the end of the year. मतलब opening number of shares, add shares issued, less shares bought back, buyback. आगे जाके buyback का chapter भी है. Now, listen to this. This is an important point. On your screen, disclosures, two parts, quantitative, qualitative. Quantitative का मतलब होता है numbers, amounts, figures, right? Qualitative is you have to describe certain things. In India, of late, our government has understood the importance for qualitative disclosures. There are certain factors which cannot be expressed in numbers, like voting rights of shareholders are different. You can have different types of equity shares. Equity shares can be class A shares, class B shares, class C shares. You can have types of equity shares also you can have. Company law you will learn. So if you have different classes of shares, voting rights can be different. Right to appoint directors can be there to some shareholders. There can be dividend. Some shareholders might be getting more dividend per share. If you have shares of different types within equity shares, you should give what? Their rights. Rights, preferences, restrictions attached to each class of shares, including restrictions on the distribution of dividend, repayment of capital. If there are restrictions, you should be telling restrictions, right? कुछ समझा ना? Restrictions है, आप लिखो, notes to accounts में लिखो. Shares held by holding company. मतलब if you are a subsidiary company of another company, how many shares are owned by holding company? For example, my company has total 20,000 shares. Out of 20,000, holding company should own at least more than 10,000. Then only they will be called as a holding. So we say out of 20,000, 17,000 are owned by holding company. So that means they are owning 85% of the share capital. 17,000 upon 20,000 is 85%. हाँ, एक सबसे important है. Large shareholder company में कौन कौन है? उनके नाम देने हैं. Any shareholder who owns more than 5% of the shares, you have to give the name. So that investors come to know other investors who are the large shareholders. However, this is Ministry of Corporate Affairs which says 5%. SEBI does not agree with this. SEBI says 1%. Any shareholder other than promoter. Promoter के तो सबका नाम लिखना ही पड़ता है. If you are a promoter, you have to write every shareholder's detail. There can be multiple promoters. Promoters are the persons who have started the company or who are in a controlling position of the company. They are the promoters. You will learn again that in law or foundation law. Maybe the person who has started a company or a person who is in a control of the company right now. Promoter can undergo a change. There can be, like, I started a company but I sold it to someone else. That someone else will become a promoter. तो promoter के shareholding का detail तो complete देना पड़ता है. But other than promoter जो shareholder है, who is owning how many shares? 5% or more of the company. You have to give detail for unlisted company. But as per SEBI says 1%. SEBI says not 5. SEBI says 1. फिर आप बोलेंगे तो आपने 5 क्यों लिखा? क्योंकि तुम्हारा सिलेबस अनलिस्टेड कंपनी का है. तो 5. तुम्हारे के लिए 5 है. बट रियल लाइफ में 5 नहीं होता है. लिस्टेड कंपनीज के रियल लाइफ में 5 अनलिस्टेड के लिए होता है. लिस्टेड के लिए कितना है? 1. So I want to check up, let us say, who owns large number of shares in case of Titan. Titan company में गया मैं. I go to what? Investors of Titan. So there you will find promoters, foreign institutional investors, domestic institutional investors, government and public. Public में नाम किस किस का आएगा? 1% या उससे ज्यादा. So public में आया chartered accountant, Mr. late Rakesh Jhunjhunwala. He owns, or his family owns now Rekha Jhunjhunwala, or now it is Rare Enterprises, or trust that owns. See, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala's name is not there. That got shifted to wife because of death. Rekha Jhunjhunwala owns how much? 5.36. अब बोले तो 5 correct है ना फिर. Earlier she was owning 1. Still her name was there. Earlier she was owning 1.09. Why? SEBI rule was, or SEBI rule is 1. समझा क्या तुमको? Or even Rakesh Jhunjhunwala ji was owning 3.97. So SEBI is 1% and MCA is 5%. Typical MCQ. MCQ आ गया, 1 का भी ऑप्शन आ गया, 5 का भी ऑप्शन आ गया. तो क्या करोगे आप? 5 आपके सिलेबस के लिए 5 टिक करना है आपको. नेक्स्ट, शेयर्स रिजर्व्ड अंडर ऑप्शंस कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. ये तुम्हारे दिमाग का बाहर का छोड़ दो. ऑप्शंस ये कहां से, इनको आरओई नहीं समझ रहा है इधर, और इनको ऑप्शन सिखाऊं. जो भी ऑनलाइन पब्लिक है, यहाँ पे भी पब्लिक है, तुम लोगों को एक रिक्वेस्ट है. जिंदगी में तुम अगर एस्पिरेशन सीखोगे ना कुछ नया समझने का, वो आर्या मैडम, तभी आप जिंदगी में कुछ सीख पाओगे. अगर मैं गांव से था, तुमको क्या लगता है मेरे को ये सब चीजें पहले दिन समझी थी? नहीं. माई IQ लेवल वॉज लोअर देन यूर IQ लेवल, but my hard work and my aspiration is even today way more than you. None of you, even all of you put together, you cannot match me. In terms, if I decide you cannot. That is your problem of your generation. You people have abundance of IQ. Your English is extremely good. Your technology is extremely good. I got television in 10th standard. Exposure to television in 10th. Computer after passing intermediate. But you people have got, majority of you know computers, at least something. You people have seen you people have learned everything in English medium, but the biggest problem with you people is, you people do not want to learn. If at your age, when I was, if somebody would have taught me these concepts, I would have been way ahead in life. But the biggest problem, bloody people are not interested in learning here. My entire life was with buffaloes and the cows and then the tractor later on. I had 200 buffaloes at my home when I was a kid, almost till what, 6th, 7th standard. Because I had no option. It is a farmland. My house even today is in a farm. Proper farm. And I am proud of it. I am not ashamed of it, nor I feel bad about it. Why? On the contrary, that life made me much, much stronger in the life. When you have got everything, with the due respect to someone's problem, there are a lot of kids here who have a problem. To those kids especially who have a problem, trust me, your financial position is way better than what I was. In majority of the cases. But what people lack is, if you do not, for knowledge, there is no need of money. Just There is, you should have that urge, desire to learn. But when I see the students sleeping in the lectures or doing a time pass, I can tell you right now also in accounts who were sleeping. I just decided, नहीं यार, आज एक बार मैं ऑलरेडी मेरा दिमाग खराब हो गया और मेरे को खराब नहीं करना है. तुमको मालूम नहीं, अंदर से मुझे, अगर पुराना अभिषेक जावरे होता ना, मैं लिटरली बच्चों को यहां पर मतलब खत्म करता था. फिजिकली नहीं, फिजिकली मार के नहीं, शब्द, मेरे शब्द ही काफी है. मैं बहुत मेरे अपने आप को कंट्रोल कर रहा हूं. क्यों? माई ब्लड प्रेशर इंक्रीजेस. और घर पे आके फिर मैं इरिटेट करता हूं तो मेरे भी बोलती है छोड़ देना तू यार, घर पे आके तो क्या को हमको क्या को चिल्लाता है. इट एड्स टू व्हाट? इरिटेशन यार. होल डे यू डोंट नो द अमाउंट ऑफ एनर्जी इट रिक्वायर्स टू स्पीक. हिम्मत है ना कभी 5 घंटे बात करके देखो सर, कंटिन्यूसली. मैं यहां पर रहता हूं और मैं 12 घंटे भी बात किया ना, मेरा एनर्जी 1 मिनट के लिए कम नहीं होगा. बट सारे ये बिगड़ी लोग बोलते हैं हमको समझ नहीं आ रहा क्या करूं. अरे 5% तो समझेगा ना तुमको, और नहीं औकात तो निकल जाओ यार, बिकॉज समझेगा तुमको. लेकिन प्रॉब्लम क्या है ना, डिजायर टू लर्न नहीं है. मेजॉरिटी पीपल डू नॉट हैव दैट डिजायर एंड देन यू विल रिमेन ऑलवेज एट लोअर लेवल. इफ यू वांट टू अपग्रेड इन योर लाइफ, you should not have the lifestyle or aspiration of what you are. You should have aspirations of what you want to be. वो aspiration levels ही नहीं है यार. And only those people are fire in the belly. Only those people who have that fire in the belly can succeed in the life. Remaining all will do mediocre jobs. And you choose if you want to be mediocre. आप ऑटोमेटिकली क्या कर सकते हो, आराम से सीख सकते हो यार. 5% समझ सकता है, 10% समझ सकता है. ऐसा कौन सा रॉकेट साइंस सिखा रहा हूं मैं तुमको? कोई ये ऐसे 2 केमिकल्स मिक्स होकर ऐसा तीसरा केमिकल आता है, या चंद्रयान 3 का मैं तुमको लॉजिक सिखा रहा हूं? वो तो बहुत कॉम्प्लिकेटेड है यार, मेरे को भी नहीं समझेगा. कोशिश करूंगा तो पक्का समझेगा 10 साल में, ऑब्वियसली ना. मैं फिजिक्स की क्लास में बैठूंगा, मेरे को 2 दिन कुछ नहीं समझेगा, तीसरे दिन कुछ नहीं समझेगा, चौथे दिन थोड़ा समझेगा, 5वें दिन थोड़ा समझेगा. आई विल ट्राई. और मैं आपको कोई ऐसा रॉकेट साइंस नहीं सिखा. आपको अगर लग रहा है मैंने कुछ बहुत खतरनाक सिखाया, यू आर अंडर रॉन्ग इंप्रेशन. मैंने जस्ट फ्रैक्शन बोला है ऑफ व्हाट आई नो. आई टोल्ड यू फ्रैक्शन, अ वेरी स्मॉल फ्रैक्शन ऑफ व्हाट एप्लीकेशन कैन बी. And that is where your brain, you will be in a position to go there. I'm not telling you fake dreams. I do not believe in the fakeism. That is increasing substantially nowadays. You people have talent. You people have all resources. What you people lack is patience. What you people lack is that hard-working ability, focus. These are the basic ingredients which you lack. But you are gifted by what? Good English, good education. Majority of you have got a extremely good education. You come down to my school. Now at least government ने financing करके थोड़ा बहुत ठीक हो गया. Majority of us, we went to school. You know why? Government was giving a food to us for attending school. We used to get 3 kg of rice for a month if you attend a school daily basis. And girls used to get 1 rupee. 1 rupee coin for attending school. In my entire school, there are 2 graduates, me and one of my friend who develops airplanes for Boeing in Germany right now. He went to school. In my case, at least my father was a primary school teacher and we had some farmland. My friend Ubesh did not have anything. But he aspired to learn. He making planes today, airplane. Topped all over the world, aeronautical engineering. So, there is a huge scope that your brain has. Your adversity, your problems are so petty, provided you are willing to grab. But when I see, मैं आपको कमेंट भी नहीं पढ़ के देखा है, कुछ ऐसे कुछ भी लिखते हैं. एक बच्चा पिछले लेक्चर में कुछ तो गाली दे रहा था, व्हाट द फक यू हैव रिमूव्ड द फाउंडेशन लेक्चर्स. मैंने पढ़ा भी नहीं, मैंने पढ़ के मैं पुराना होता ना, मेरे सामने आता था ना, अपनी माँ का दूध पिया होता ना, जो भी कोई है, तो अपनी माँ का दूध पिया तो मेरे सामने आ जाए बेटा तू ना, तेरे को मैंने खत्म करके रखना शब्दों से सिर्फ. मतलब ये लैंग्वेज है बच्चों का. अब आप सोचो फिर उसके बाद मैं फिर यहां तुमने क्या मेरे को खरीद लिया है? खरीद भी नहीं सकते तुम. बच्चा ऐसे किसने पढ़ा होगा तो मालूम नहीं, आई डोंट नो, तुमने से किसने पढ़ा होगा तो आपको चैट में भी दिखेगा. दिस इज द क्वालिटी ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स. एंड ये एकत्वम के केस में बहुत कम है, मेरे केस में तो और कम है. हिम्मत नहीं करता कोई बच्चा। मैं इन जनरल बाकी टीचर्स, आई नो लॉट ऑफ माई कॉम्पिटिटर्स माई गुड फ्रेंड्स, वो लोग तो इग्नोर करते, धंधा कर रहे हैं ऐसे सोचते। It has become a cycle, kind of language that the kids use, kind of things that the kids use. Boss, there are I'm not the only good teacher. There are a lot of good teachers in the profession, and a lot of good teachers have exited the profession, for your information. Kyun? Because of this irritation crowd. It adds to a mental trauma. Then every day I have to think that I'm coming here for what? Earning money? If that is the only objective, then the teaching is not the best profession. Just to make a money. You might be thinking we make a big amount. Yes, I do make a big amount, but I do have a potential of making even way bigger than this. But that is only money. Only and only money. This education will take you way beyond materialistic things. If you grab proper thoughts in your brain, it is not a materialistic thing. बहुत आगे चला जाएगा। तुमको मालूम नहीं है पोटेंशियल कोर्स के अंदर या कंटेंट के अंदर क्या पोटेंशियल रखते हैं। अब इसलिए मैंने अब ऑप्शंस कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, मेरा बोलने का हिम्मत भी नहीं हो रहा है आरओए के बाद, मालूम है तुमको। और ये ऑप्शंस तुम्हारे फाउंडेशन में पुट ऑप्शन कॉल ऑप्शन था, तभी मैंने वो कॉस्टिंग में सलाह ये सब बोलने का हिम्मत किया था। कुछ तो मैंने बका था। सो इफ कंपनी हैज इशूड एनी, सब उसका डिटेल्स आपको देना पड़ता है, प्लस फ्यू मोर डिटेल्स है, कल देखेंगे हम। जाने दो, बाय बाय। ओए ओए, वो कैमरा को हिला मत।